Talking true crime with MJ. Cases on the screen, yeah, we mainstay. Breaking down facts, every frame way. City in a voice, every word blade. They throw dirt, plot in a group chat, smile in her face. Same ones who do that. Think she soft cause she cute, let them think that. Till they see how she move and they fall back. Men locked and can't miss one show. Refresh page when the upload go. Women watch too, tryna study her glow. Some take notes of the ones throw stones. Combos with MJ, tap and stay live. Hit like his share, yeah, help her rise. They hate, they plot, but she built from fire. Click sub on a page if you feel that vibe. Hey. Combos with MJ, true cut like steel. Stream run deep, cause the pain's so real. They talk, but they can't break will. So like and subscribe if you know that feel. You count climb, that's the proof right there. Can't dim shine when the grind is rare. Self-made queen in a swivel back chair. Whole new world in a ring light glare. She stack funds, every post, every ad. Turning dark stories to a big brown bag. Knows the law, knows rights, never move sad. If you cross lines, then it's up, that's bad. Men obsessed, blowing up her DMs. I love you, marry me, she just skims. Women envy, wanna walk in her Timbs, but she stay or never trade for them. Convos with MJ, tap and stay live. Hit like his share, yeah, help her rise. They hate, they plot, but she built from fire. Click sub on a page if you feel that vibe. Convos with MJ, true cut like steel. Stream run deep, cause the pain's so real. They talk, but they can't break will. So like and subscribe if you know that feel. All that gossip, all that noise. Can't shake poise, can't steal voice. Can't stay clean, mind stay sharp. Heart stay strong in the deepest dark. Convos with MJ, tap and stay live. Hit like his share, yeah, help her rise. They hate, they plot, but she built from fire. Click sub on a page if you feel that vibe. Convos with MJ, true cut like steel. Stream run deep, cause the pain's so real. They talk, but they can't break will. So like and subscribe, let the fam all build.
What up, party people? It's your girl, MJ. I am back. Like I said, I was going to be back. Shout out to you. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Good folks of the algorithm. I hope your week is turning out the way you want it to. Like I said, I've been taking a couple of days off, because I work all the time. So I don't usually get to have days off. So I've been really enjoying my days off, you know what I'm saying? But I did promise that I was going to come back to you and do some cases before I head back into the work flow, right? The flow of working your life away. But today is a laid back day. It's raining up here. It's cool. I was not trying to get presentable as much as possible. Like no makeup day. It's a calm, relaxed, rainy Wednesday, and I'm going to enjoy it. So while y'all coming in, just make sure you're hitting the like button for me. Truly appreciate it. It does help the channel. Also, you can hit the down button. It still helps the channel. And just share this out to anyone who likes these immersive type of conversation where we go over old cases, new cases, cold cases, you name it. We go over here, we dissect what we see, we understand the pathology of individuals, whether if it's the potential suspect, whether if it's a victim, or even the prosecutor in this matter. So I want to give a shout out to the early birds that catches the worm and my day ones that always come through. Turkey, it's good to see you, sir. It's good to see you. Happy Wednesday. I hope everything is going well with you, sir. You said that you're working. Make sure you be safe, okay? Because I don't know which job you're doing. You're probably doing the snake job. Just make sure you're safe, okay? Just make sure you're safe with that one, all right? Good to see you. Sweetheart, it's good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Shout out to you. Dear, shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming. Young Ria, shout out to you, little bro from UK. It's good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Hope everything's going well with you, sir. Hope everything is going well. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know how it goes. But anyway, I have 3 cases for you guys. I hope you like them. The first one that we're going to go through is, I think I want to do Let's see. Lyle's Law said, did YNW Melly really killed his girlfriend or not? Well, I'm not covering that one today, but we shall see. We shall definitely shall see. Oh, you doing the okay. You're doing the construction business. Okay. Even more, be safe with that. Be more safe with that. And the snakes. You know how I feel about the snakes, but I'm glad you're going to do that one later. Okay. So I think the case that we're going to first start off with is we're going to start off with a suspect pretending that he's shot. So apparently, I guess the mother of his child or a girlfriend, a longtime girlfriend, is found with bullet wounds in her, and he's acting like he don't know what happened. He wasn't around her. He just spoke to her via text. And I thought it was interesting. So we're going to go ahead and look into it because, you know, we love to see people who have bad performances, right? Especially with bad acting. So let me go ahead and pull up my screen and we can get into it. We can get into it. All right. I hope you guys can see this. And here we go.
Jersey Armstrong is about to speak with two detectives after the body of his girlfriend, Tashika Young, was found lying on her bedroom floor. Bursey claims to have no idea why he was asked to come in and speak with the police.
Showed up to, have you been staying with Tashika or visiting her in the 2 weeks? Like, how's y'all's relationship?
Well, you know, she and I, we have a good relationship. Me and my parents, we have a good relationship. Okay. So I think that everybody meshes well for the most part.
So where, like, for instance, where did you sleep last night?
Last night I stayed in Middleburg.
Okay, so you stayed in Middleburg. Is that normally where you sleep when you're in town?
Yes.
Do you ever sleep at Tashika's?
The last time I spent the night over there was probably last Friday.
Okay.
Either last Friday or Saturday.
Had you been over to her apartment since last Friday or Saturday?
No.
Okay. So last time you were at Tashika's place was last Friday or Saturday. You spent the night?
I spent the night. My mom picked me up that afternoon.
So what, in your own words, again, what is Tashika to you? Because you said family, so how, like, what do you consider Tashika?
She and I, like a future wife.
A future wife?
Yeah, she and I, we had kind of separated a little bit, but every time we separate, we get right back together.
Okay. So where are y'all at right this second?
Fixing it. We're fixing it. Yesterday she said that, is this about her?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. This is about Tashika.
So I wanted to stop it there. I love how the fact that they went right into it with this interrogation of him, because they have already found Tashika's body. They already found her in a horrible state. Rest in peace to Tashika. They wanted to question him on, hey, you know, how's your relationship with her? Did you recently speak with her? These are common questions that they're going to ask him, because as of right now, they don't know if it's him, or if they do know that if it's him, they want him to confess, right? But they can't put him in a position where he's going to shut down. Now, what I want to talk about before we go ahead and continue on with the interrogation, the man got sunglasses on. I don't know why he has sunglasses on, but the man has sunglasses on. And normally people who wear sunglasses inside, they tend to not want someone to see their eyes. That's just pretty much what it is. They don't want to see, they don't want to give away full facial expressions. It's also like a coping mechanism. So this is the reason why he has glasses on. And I'm not sure if y'all can actually see, but he's sitting with his legs crossed. Most men don't sit with their legs crossed, not in the way that he's doing. He's doing the princess cross leg, that how a woman crosses their legs. So that is also telling me that that is a coping mechanism with him as well, why he is sitting with his legs crossed. His demeanor and even how he's leaning into the seat shows a lot too, that he's going to pretend that he doesn't know anything what's going on. And it was funny how he eventually, while he's asking these questions, then he's like, wait a minute, it's about her? Like, you telling me after the first question they didn't you wouldn't think that it would have something to do with her? So we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on and hear what else he has to say. Since now since everything is perfect and everything is great, and he gets along well with his family.
Yesterday, she said that she was like she wanted to fix the family, make the family work.
Was this in person or y'all talking on the phone?
We were texting.
Okay.
Tashika's cause of death appeared to be several gunshot wounds. When the police checked her phone, they found hundreds of toxic messages between her and Burzy. Several of the messages sent from Burzy were filled with threats of violence.
And then I texted her this morning, and I texted her this afternoon, and then she didn't respond to my text this afternoon, and I called her mother to see, she was around her, because sometimes, when she gets mad, she won't answer my calls or texts. Okay. So I just kind of send something to her mom and say, can you tell her, just talk to me. And then I showed up, and then you guys put me in handcuffs.
Okay. You said sometimes she won't respond to you when she's mad. What does she get mad at you about? Why would she get mad at you?
Sometimes she thinks that I can be insensitive. Sometimes we don't meet eye to eye. Okay. But I'm a guy, man. It's some things I just don't care about. As long as she's happy at the end of the day, as long as we can kind of diffuse the situation, that's normally how it is.
So the last time you physically were at Tashika's apartment was last Friday or Saturday, or that's just the last time you stayed the night there?
No, that's the last time I was there.
Okay.
When I left there, I never stayed the night again. I never returned to her apartment.
I got you.
Yeah, I was actually going to try and see if she could come and hang out with me, but she wasn't answering my calls or anything. So.
Not only did she have 2 young children to care for, Tashika was also pregnant with her 3rd child when her life was taken. The detective is about to talk about Tashika and her pregnancy in the past tense to see how Burzy reacts.
Do you know how far along she was in the pregnancy?
She had an appointment, and I think that she was 8 or 9 weeks.
8 or 9 weeks old?
Yeah, I was supposed to be making one of the next appointments with her in the future. But a lot of times when I come in town, I try to hurry up and get in and out because I have to make sure that I get back to work. Had something going on with my attendance and FMLA paperwork, so I had to get some things situated with my doctor.
Okay. Do you know what the status of Tashika is right now?
As far as what?
It's just, do you know why we're sitting here having this conversation? Why you're here?
No.
Okay.
I asked you guys that a million times.
Yeah. The officers on scene?
Well, I asked them, and they said that they had to speak to the detectives.
Right. Well, this is, like I said, it's an active investigation, okay? And you're down here at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, obviously, okay?
All right.
Tashika's passed away. Okay. And I'm very sorry to have to inform you of that. But that's why all this is happening, okay? And that's why I'm asking you for your help.
Good to see you. Happy Wednesday.
What happened to her?
Well, that's a good question, and that's why I'm here talking to you. I'm hoping that you can help me figure that out. That's why I asked you the question earlier. Do you know who else should I call? Mr. Armstrong, let me ask you this. When you got there earlier and you saw all the police, give me a minute. I'll give you a minute. All right.
Hey, Lord, what's going on?
I'm gonna give you a minute. I need your help, though, okay?
God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
By now, I'm sure you figured out that Burzy killed his girlfriend and her.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks because that is some really bad acting. It really is. It's really bad acting. The fact is that once, for me, if he would have known that they arrested him, because apparently they arrested him when he went to her mother's house to get an alibi that he was calling her and she wasn't answering the phone or answering any of his messages. And by the time he got to her mother's house, the cops arrested him, right? If he's been asking him what this is all about, and then the two early questions that the detectives have been talking to you about is in regards of Takesha, this woman that you've been off and on in a long-term relationship with. If I was him, and I know that I not only did I commit a crime against her, but there are text messages prior to me having harmed her that they probably have access to because you didn't take her cell phone, right? You didn't take her cell phone, and they're going to collect things like that because all this happened in her house. I would be like, okay, I don't know why I got arrested, but here's the thing. I'm not speaking until I speak to a lawyer, right? But the fact is, he's not thinking like that. He's more concerned about looking like a grieving boyfriend or man, whatever not, and that he's the victim, that he lost a loved one. And he's not factoring in that maybe they have those text messages already, which I find it even more funnier, him trying to act like he is so distraught of hearing that she's gone, and then also knowing the fact that she was pregnant with his child in this process. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Let's see. Highly classified said he can't handle the pressure. No. Hey Moa, how are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope everything's well. Hope everything's well. Bubba gonna have fun with that. Oh yeah. Oh definitely. Oh definitely. Let's go on with this. Anyway.
Her unborn baby. And what you just witnessed was a man pretending to be devastated that someone he loves is dead. What Burzy doesn't realize is that a real reaction to an unexpected death would be filled with questions about how or why the person died.
Who did it? Who did it?
Well, that's why I'm sitting here talking to you, trying to get your help. Let me ask you this, though. When you showed up to the apartments earlier and you saw police cars and crime scene tape and crime scene units and detectives, what was going through your mind? What did you think was going on?
I didn't know. Shit, I was showing up just trying to see my kids, see her real quick. Shit, I don't know.
Do you know where your kids are?
I didn't even know I got put me in. I didn't know what was going on.
Do you know where your kids are?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I called her at the scene to see what was going on, but she didn't answer the phone. She didn't answer the phone. That's why I showed up.
Right. Well, so that's what I'm asking you. Like, you obviously knew that you couldn't get hold of her all day today. You said you called her several times and she wasn't replying to you, okay? And you show up at the apartment and see everything that was going on there with us. So, what was your gut telling you? Something bad?
I just didn't know. I don't know.
And again, I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, what the heck, man?
Well.
Oh, what the heck?
But I'm asking you for your help. All right.
I love her.
So right now he's still trying to manipulate the situation by forcing fake emotions that he had for this woman. Another thing that kind of crossed my mind that the detective brought up, he didn't ask once about his children. Now, mind you, she was pregnant with his third child. They already had 2 children together. You roll up to the house, you see all this yellow tape and police officers, EMSs, and all the stuff like that at your woman's apartment where your kids is. And not once you're like, where's my children? What the hell is going on? What's happening? Where is Kanisha? Where is, you're not asking any of these questions. You're just walking up there like, what the hell? And they just jump on you and say, let's just cuff them. Really? I would be like asking like, where's my kids? Like, where are my children? Even now, while you're sitting there with them, you didn't really ask for your kids. If they didn't mention your children, you wasn't even going to mention your children. So that kind of shows that he was out of touch of the situation. Even when people are just passing by and something happens, you know how nosy people are? People just be like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Let a tree fall down halfway on the street. Everybody is going to block traffic just to see, how did the tree fall? Did it hit this? Did it hit that? So for the fact that you're rolling up to a place where you know that the mother of your children live and that your children reside at, and you see all these cops and stuff around and you're not asking any question, is bogus. It's clearly bogus. He does not have the emotion behind it that we would normally see when a loved one could be affected. Let's see. King Kamikaze said, what's he in here for? Well, let's see. Is unfortunately he unalived his mother of his child. He shot her in her apartment, and she was already 9 weeks, I think 9 or 10 weeks pregnant with his third child. But let's go on.
So we're trying to come up with a timeline of when people last spoke to her, is why we were asking about your phone.
That's my phone. Just bring it. Just bring it. Where is it?
We'll have to track down the officer.
But I can't do anything with your phone without you giving me consent, okay?
Oh my God.
So that's up to you. I'm not trying to force that on you, okay? Obviously you just got hit with a lot of information, okay, and terrible news, and I want to respect that, but at the same time, we've got to try to figure out what happened to Sheikah now, okay? For her family, her kids, you as her, I understand. So I was just about to say, you, her children's father, okay? And that's why, you remember the question I asked you earlier? Did you know of anyone else that she may have been talking to or anything else going on?
I know she had friends and stuff, but...
Right. Do you know that she had people over at the apartment? Did she go out? You know, I mean, she's got 2 kids there, so I assume she can't
has
really...
a lot of friends.
But with 2 little kids, she probably can't leave home much, I would assume.
A lot of times her parents keep the kids.
Her parents keep the kids?
But sometimes, but I know that she always has them. So a lot of times I check in and she'll send me a picture letting me know that, you know, everything's all right.
Does she have anywhere she likes to go, people she likes to hang with, things she likes to do?
Besides showing very little concern as to how or why Tashika died, Bercy also fails to ask about his 2 children and his unborn baby.
I don't know.
I know you said
I'm sorry, I don't go.
Okay. If her mom had a key, or if a good friend of hers had a key or anything like that.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I don't know. I should have been there with her.
And she never mentioned...
What happened?
Well, we don't know. That's this. I mean, when you got there, I had just pulled up not long before you got there.
Tape there. It's something that happened at that apartment. It's something that happened there. I saw her truck there.
Yeah.
I saw tape there.
Listen, this is an active homicide investigation. That's why you're here, okay? I want to know what happened. We want to know what happened, okay? I want to help you figure out what happened, but in order to do that, you have to help me. Like, we got to work together right now.
She had a temper.
Okay. Do y'all throw things at each other, or just like stuff gets broken during arguments?
No.
Okay.
She throws stuff.
She throws stuff?
I'm more passive aggressive. Okay. I don't have time for that.
Okay. Anything physical?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Y'all never put hands on each other?
No, I've had to remove or grab her, but I've never punched her or hit her or anything.
What's the worst thing she's ever thrown at you?
Yeah, a knife.
A knife?
Yeah.
Police ever get called on any of that stuff? Like when you were over there arguing or whatever, police ever show up, knock at the door or anything like that?
A lot of time. One time when I stayed on Harrison, a house we lived in that I bought, she pulled a knife on me. I think that I reported that.
Okay. How long ago was that?
That was last year. And then there was another incident recently, but I didn't report it. I didn't really. I get to the point where I'm used to how she is, so I just go with it.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm stopping here is because remember what I told you about people who speak bad about the dead? Usually they tend to do that because if they have done something to harm that person, they have to paint this individual as a very bad person, or they had traits about them that was so bad that it makes it seem like what happened to them was excusable, right? And that's what we're seeing right here. Like now, all of a sudden, she has a bad temper. She has 2 kids that you're not even living with her. Like, let's be perfectly clear. If y'all paid attention from the beginning, they're not even living with each other. He doesn't even live in town. So he comes to town whenever he feels like it to see her, to see the kids. And this is why they have a off and on type of relationship, right? So now you're saying, oh, she has a lot of friends and, people come in the house, but I don't know. Now it's, oh, she has a bad temper. She, I never hit her, but she threw knives and stuff at me. Like, the reason why they're asking those questions is they want to see if there is a history of DV, right? We should all know that. That's just plain and simple. They want to see if there's a history of DV between both of them. The fact is that he's trying to say, oh, well, I never hit her, but I mean, I might have hold her and grabbed her from time to time, but no, she's been flinging knives at me like she's a ninja. A lot of detectives is not going to really necessarily take that, all the way as the God honest truth. Because usually in domestic violent cases, we do have individuals who are victims and they don't do anything. But then most of the time, domestic violent cases, both parties have done something. It's just that one end up being a little bit more aggressive than the other, and another person sustained more, I would say, more wounds or injuries than the other, right? So this is why they're trying to see whether or not if he's even going to tell the truth, as if in their relationship everything wasn't peachy clean, like he tried to make it seem like before. Oh, everything was great, everything was perfect. Now is, oh no, she was throwing knives at me at one place that we was living at, and she has a temper, but I just let it go and I just let it pass by. And mind you, this is not to say that there are not a lot of cases where men have done that, right? Men have had their hands put on them by their women and they just suck it up, buttercup, and just keep on moving, or they'll just remove themselves from the house. We have seen those cases as well. But in his story, it doesn't really necessarily add up, because you started off as if everything was perfect and fine. So far, it doesn't seem like you had a perfect and fine situation. In fact, y'all seem to have like a kind of toxic relationship. If this is the mother of your children and she's pregnant again with your 3rd child and you're not even residing with her. I'm just saying. King Kamikaze. The good cop, bad cop tactic. Y'all think he's going to fold? I do too. I think he will eventually. Once they tell him what's on the cell phone from the text messages, I think that he'll start to fold. Yes, let's get the likes up, please. I truly appreciate it. I know it's Wednesday. I know y'all used to me coming on a Saturday, but I try to get this out for you. So any likes, I truly appreciate it. Truly, truly appreciate it. Let's go on.
And you have not been over there since last week?
No.
Okay. Is there any reason why maybe your son would have said that you've been there since last week?
Maybe FaceTime.
Okay. How often do y'all FaceTime?
Probably once every couple of days or something.
Okay.
Bursey claims that the reason his child told the police that he was present the night Tashika was murdered was because the child confused FaceTime with him being there in person. The detectives are not happy with this answer, so they ask a similar question.
Ask you a question, and then I'm going to make a statement, okay? So I'm going to ask a question, don't respond immediately. Think on it for a second, okay? Because I'm going to follow it up with a statement. All right. Is there any reason why your 3-year-old son, Bursey III, would say that daddy hurt mommy? And then, remember what I said? Let me make the statement. Don't follow it up. Think about it for a second, okay? Because these incidents, it's usually one or two things, okay? Good people lose control momentarily, do some things, say some things they regret or wish they hadn't done, A. Or B, there's an evil that exists within you and you're okay doing that, and you go into self-preservation mode and start lying about what happened and always think about yourself, trying to protect yourself, okay? And since I've been talking to you, hold on, like I said, I'm going to give you a chance to answer that question in a minute. Just let me finish up. And since I've been talking to you, you seem like an educated person. I mean, you are an educated person. You've got a college degree. All right, we've had some normal conversation. You seem like a good dude. Okay.
All right.
But from what I'm gathering, based on what I know about that apartment, in my conversation with you, and the conversation that's been had with your son, it seems like something really bad happened between you and Tashika last night, okay? And maybe there was like a moment where things got really heated, really intense, and something happened, okay? And that's what I'm interested in. If you don't know, that's fine. I'm not obviously asking you to say something that you don't know about or say that you did something if you didn't. But what I'm asking you is, think about this woman, her family, and those 2 kids.
Yeah, I haven't been over there since last week.
Okay.
But I know that when it comes to interaction,
Homie, you are cooked. Your 3-year-old son told the detective that you was fighting and you hurt their mama last night. Listen, these 3-year-olds are not the 3-year-olds of the young the yonder years, right? They're not the old school 3-year-olds. These 3-year-olds are almost tech savvy as adults, okay? They know how to work a phone better than anyone. They know how to do the camera better than anyone. They're really tech savvy now. So I know that the 3-year-old probably knows the difference between someone actually being in the house or just seeing you through FaceTime. Because he could have just told the detective, oh, I saw daddy through the phone. A 3-year-old can say that. I saw daddy through the phone. But that's not what he said. The 3-year-old told the detective, daddy hurt mommy, as in you hurt the mother of your children in front of your children. Like, you couldn't even, it's bad enough that you hurt the mom. It's bad enough that she lost her life, right? But you didn't even have the audacity to try to preserve the innocence of your children, right? You made your children victim of a cruel situation, something that's going to live with them and they're going to have to deal with for the rest of their life. They're going to have to know that their father, who they're supposed to love, killed their mother, the one who has protected them, provided for them ever since their inception. Okay. And that is a hurt that does not get repaired, that lives with these children for the rest of their life. And it's unfortunate that he even saw it. That's a lot of therapy, right? That's a lot of therapy. It's sad. It's really disgusting if you think about it. Turkey said, I seen this one. Oh, you did. Awesome. Awesome, Turkey. King says, say it with me, class. Cooked. Yes, he's cooked. He's definitely cooked. I'm glad that the 3-year-old was able and brave enough to say that, right? Because, children, they tend to sense things, right? There's a reason why you have adults today who we would consider people pleasers, right? And a people pleaser as an adult usually is a child who has been traumatized, where they was reading energies from their parents or whatever was going on in the house, and they felt that it was their fault. So they did everything in their powers that they know that they can do to try to make people smile, make them happy. That's where that trauma, that childhood trauma leads to, where we have people pleasers later on in life. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's go on.
she says that she doesn't bring any other man around my kid.
Okay.
So
you haven't been there. So if something bad happened to her last night, there's no way it could have been you.
Absolutely not.
Which leads me back to my original question. Why would your 3-year-old son maybe indicate that you had something to do with hurting her?
Most of the time, I'm the only man that's around her.
Right, and that's why I asked you
And
earlier.
she's not supposed to have other men around my kid,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if that's the case.
Okay.
It could have been somebody in there, but I don't know.
But if there is,
So this is the problem with that. This is the problem with that statement. Your kids know that you're their daddy. All right? If she had other men around those kids would know that it was the other guys. They would not have said daddy. So now you can't now make it seem like your child is confusing you with a stranger man that he does not know and calling him daddy. It's not going to play like that. It's not going to work. You cannot act as if you are a full-time father, a present father to your kids when you have the time to come down there, but then say that your kids will make the mistake of calling somebody else daddy. They don't know your face. They don't know your voice. They don't know how you look now. And it's insane that he's going to try to explain it away. It's insane he's going to try to explain it away as his child must have made a mistake. I know that she's not supposed to have any men in my house with my kids, right? The kids can't be there. But, it could be a possibility that my son made a mistake. Oh my goodness. Okay.
he's used to seeing me.
right. If there is, though, there's no way. I mean, come on, we know that as men and having children, like, there's no way your son at 3 years old is going to be calling another man daddy, right?
I don't think so.
I mean,
but I know that
if it was to the point where your 3-year-old son was calling another man daddy, that would probably mean that man was around a lot, and you would probably know about it at that point, I would think, right? I mean,
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't.
I don't stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know how she would. I don't think that she would introduce a man by his name,
right,
or something like that. I don't know.
What Bursey is trying to say is that he is normally the only male that spends time with Tashika, so it's possible that his 3-year-old son saw her being attacked by another man and he assumed it was his father. Unfortunately for Bursey, he is in panic mode, so he is struggling to answer the questions.
And there's nobody.
And he has every right to be in panic mode because the jig is up. Them speaking to your children confirms that it was you. You speaking from an egotistical mindset that I'm the only man that's up in this bitch. All right? Like, excuse my French, Miss Joanne, if you're listening in, I love you, but I'm sorry. I'm the only man that's up in this house. I'm the man of the house, even though I'm not even here. There better not be nobody up in here. Okay, Mr. Ego. Yeah, you're the only man in the house. You're the only man that can be set foot around the house and around your kids. So now when your kids say, Daddy did A, B, and C, and D, you gotta own it. Because you're the only man, you're the only big man on campus, right? You can now backtrack now and say, wait, hold on, wait, I don't know what she be doing, but if she do be having somebody in there, because I come there often, my child can confuse it and call another person daddy. Yeah, I don't think so, bud. I don't think so.
Or no other reason that you can think of for Tashika or for someone else to hurt Tashika. She hasn't mentioned a single thing to you.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
You don't think she expressed to you if she was in any kind of trouble or fear or danger?
If she had something going on with someone else, she would probably try and keep it away from me.
And last night when y'all were talking, she didn't express anything like that to you?
No.
The only problem I have right now with Mr. Armstrong is that I have a child, your child, that says that you hurt his mommy. And at 3 years old, I just find that incredibly difficult to believe that he would make that up. or just say that?
The thing about my son is, when it comes to men, I'm his dad, but I do not know who he has around him. I don't know who she brings around him when I'm not around. When he says that daddy hurt mommy, that could have been something a while back. I know that I haven't been in that apartment complex since last week.
It's really insane how you're literally lying on your own son. You see, the thing about my son is when it comes to men, he can't tell the difference. Really? I thought you was Mr. Present Dad. I thought you was Mr. Father of the Year. You telling me that your 3-year-old son don't know the difference of who's daddy, who's spending time with him, washing him, clothing him, and all the stuff like that from a man who's just over there to get intimacy time with his mom. And it's just even more disgusting that you're trying to make it seem like the mother of your children, I should say, who was already 8 or 9 months pregnant, which you stated that you knew because it was yours, you're now trying to say that she was a philandering hussy. You're now trying to paint the picture that she was promiscuous. See, this is what I say when people talk bad about the dead, pay attention. Because now she's a 2-time hussy who had many men around her, but no man is allowed in the house, only him. No man is around can be around his children, right? He doesn't live there, but when he comes down, he's big man on campus. And now his son don't understand it. When it comes to men, and I'm doing air quotation marks, when it comes to men, his son don't know the difference between daddy and a man who's only there for the time for his mom. Man, if you don't shut your little goofy ass up, I swear.
And I think that, I think that everybody kind of knew that.
Okay. I gotta just keep picking your brain a little bit though about Tashika and just like any little thing you can think of. Like, does she use Instagram Messenger, Facebook Messenger?
I don't know. Right now, I want to do something to somebody about the situation.
I understand, and that's why I have you here. I know you do. This is the last place in the world you want to be right now, but I'm trying to take advantage of being able to get as much information from you, being probably the closest person, at least that we know of, to her. Because right now you're my only connection to her. I mean, her own mother probably still doesn't know as much about her daily life about certain things like you do.
I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't know. I didn't have passwords or anything to a phone.
Okay. Did she ever message you on Facebook, Instagram, any of that stuff?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. So that wasn't out of the ordinary for her to communicate with Facebook Messenger, Instagram, DMs, and all that stuff?
No, it's not.
What about an app, like a messenger app? Did she use any of those?
No text now.
I mean, y'all wouldn't have a reason to do that with each other. Y'all just text each other, right?
I mean, but we would still use social media just to do it because everybody uses social media.
I got you. What made you go over there today? I know you said sometimes y'all would go a day or so without talking if she was mad, and it sounded like things kind of ended where she might have been a little bit mad last night. So what made you, what told you to get a ride and go over there this afternoon?
I called her about 30 times, and she hasn't responded to me since. She didn't respond to me since last night. Then I texted her this morning, and she didn't respond to me this morning either. And, normally whenever I ask her something about the kids or if I say something to her, she responds. So I asked her mom to just tell her to call me or something like that. I thought maybe she might have been upset, but normally she gets over the small.
So I'm going to stop it right here. So what he's pretty much is telling the detectives, which he doesn't understand because he's stupid, is that you ended up hurting her last night. which the child said. Then you left. And then you ended up calling her phone to make it seem like you weren't there and that you was trying to reach out to her. You called numerous of times. Then you called the mom to say, have she spoken to her? And then the mom is the one probably that was calling and didn't get a response, and then called 911 to do a wellness check on her when the ambulance and everybody came to find out what happened. And then you pull up, act like you don't know what was going on, and then you got your ass arrested. This is exactly what you're telling the detectives, because you don't understand that they know her time of death. Once they examine the body, they know when she died. Did she die a couple of hours ago? Did she die 2 hours ago? Did she die 8 hours ago? They can tell, right? But you're not thinking about that. So now, once they get your messages, right, from your phone, wherever your phone is, they can confirm what the messages she received on her phone, even before her death, right? To also know that you were present. I bet you they have messages of him saying, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna kill your ass last night. I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna bust you up your head, da, 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 da. I bet you they have those type of messages. I bet you 100%. But he's not thinking, right? Because like I said, right now, all he's continuing to do is put on the persona that he is distraught. He can't believe this happened. His son got things wrong. I don't know why he's saying anything like that. Maybe he's talking about a past situation. If it was so far in the past as a 3-year-old, he's not going to remember. He's not going to remember that. So, dummy, hello. Let's go on.
Stuff. Mm-hmm. And, she still didn't reach out to me. So that was kind of like, let me see what's going on.
Gotcha.
Bursey gives the detectives consent to search his phone while he waits in the interrogation room. About 30 minutes later, the detectives re-enter the room and question Bursey about all the violent and threatening messages found on his phone.
I mean, there's stuff involving guns being put to heads and all that just within the past couple of weeks. What's that all about? Knives?
Oh, knives. Yeah, she was a little violent.
That's absolutely
So what did she do?
She pulled a knife out on me while I was holding my daughter.
Okay.
One day. And I had it wasn't even a real gun. It was like a fake gun.
What kind of fake gun was it?
It was like a BB gun.
It was like a BB gun? What kind of, what did it have markings on it? Did
it was something that was store-bought. It was a BB gun, but she tried to make it look like it wasn't.
Did it have an orange tip?
Yeah, it had an orange. It's just a BB gun.
Yeah. Did it have like a removable, was it modeled after a gun? Or
I don't even know what kind it was, but okay. I'm not violent. Me and her,
Why would she be sending you text saying that you pulled a gun on her?
I mean, it's a BB gun.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Shut the front door. Wait a minute. So, you, Mr. Nonviolent, right? According to you, you're Mr. Nonviolent, but you keep on stating that it was a BB gun. It was a BB gun. But in the beginning, you said that everything is fine. Everything's perfect. I get along with everyone. I get along with her parents. I get along with her. We're working on things. But you're pulling out BB guns on her. And then there's a text message stating that you pulled out a gun on her. Now, the reason why they're even talking about that, I'm sure they found the BB gun, but that's not what you took her life with. You took her life with an actual gun. And that's probably what the text message is talking about, an actual gun, not no BB gun. And then why are you pulling out a BB gun on her anyway? Like, that can't hurt somebody, right? You shoot somebody in the temple with that, yeah, good luck, right? Good luck if they survive, right? This guy is insane. And his reasoning is, I don't know. His reasoning is only for him to understand. Truly. It truly is.
You positive about that?
Yeah, I am.
What'd you do with the BB gun?
It's probably still in her apartment.
Well, I mean, when you were there, what'd you do with it?
Oh, I pulled it out, and I didn't put it to her head.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Why pull it out?
Because I felt threatened and I didn't have a real gun on me.
Do you remember what kind of gun that you reported stolen back in January?
Yeah, it was a Glock.
Do you know what kind?
It was a 43X.
43X. Do you know what caliber that is?
Yeah, it's like a 9.
It's a 9.
Yes.
So in the picture messages that she sent you on your phone, it's not a BB gun. It doesn't have an orange tip. And on the side, you want to guess what it says?
What?
It says Glock 43X.
Yeah, but the thing about that gun, I haven't seen that gun since January, and the BB gun that I pulled out, I don't think that she had a picture of it.
Okay.
But I know that gun is probably.
Why would you even pull out a gun?
I mean, she pulled a knife out on me.
When did this happen?
That might have been like a month ago.
About a month
We
ago?
talked earlier about stuff
Maybe
like that.
3.
You didn't mention anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't call the authorities or anything about it. I mean, she didn't want to call the authorities either because she felt like it would have been child endangerment.
Stuff's starting to not add up, man.
I understand, but I didn't do anything to her.
One of the detectives pulls out a copy of the text messages between Burzy and Tashika, and he reads them out loud.
What about a gun being put to my head twice? You took my car keys. What was that all about?
I didn't take her car keys.
Okay, she's just saying that for fun.
Yeah, I know she was trying to take the kids and stuff, but at that point, once she pulled a knife out on me, by her pulling a knife out on me while I was holding my daughter, I felt like she would have did anything. And I also knew that she had a weapon. So I moved the keys, but I gave her car keys back to her. I told her, I was just like, I'm about to leave because I couldn't drive. So.
Is that why you broke the door down?
No. We almost got into a tussle, but we didn't. That was me, like, because she was poking at me. And I was kind of trying to, like, push her away a little bit, but I didn't want to.
So how do you break a door doing that? That doesn't make much sense.
You don't really break it, but if you have a door like pre-locked and if you push it, it was like that.
Okay, well then why does she say, then I walked away, you followed me into my room and broke the door. I ran into the bathroom to hide and you put a gun to my head.
That's not true.
Okay, well you didn't say that's not true.
No, she did that.
But you didn't say that's not true here.
That's not.
See, this is why this is why you need to just shut up and get a lawyer. But truthfully, I'm happy that he's getting caught up because he obviously is a dirtbag and he needs to do time for his horrible crime that he did against the mother of his children. But your dumbass, you're going, and I'm glad that she did this. Like, like I said, rest in peace to this woman. Seriously, this shit had never happened to her. But I love the fact that she had it on message in detail what actually transpired with him, right? Because it definitely makes it very easy for the detectives to do their job and to put things together. And look how much they're catching him in his lie. He's breaking down doors, but then he's saying, oh, if the door was like pre-locked, it was just right there. And no, you broke the door down. You broke the door down. She specifically said that you put a gun to her head. The picture that she showed of the gun was the gun that you said you lost, and you lost it a couple months ago. You claimed that you lost it, but it just seems somehow that randomly that gun is being used to be put towards her head. Even in all of the text messages, and they're not going to show them, but I'm sure it shows details in step about how aggressive he was. She was trying to leave. He wasn't trying to let her leave with the kids. He took her car keys. She's running away from him. She's locking doors. That's showing signs that she did not want to be bothered with him or to stay away. He's breaking down doors and he's forcing himself aggressively on her and then also putting a gun to her head. Mr. I'm nonviolent. I'm nonviolent. Breaking someone's door down is violent, right? Putting a gun to somebody's head is violent. Snatching someone's keys and not allowing them to leave is violent. I don't understand why that is not registering to him, but he said with his whole chest, I'm non-violent. Jesus Christ. Yes, doubles click the screen for support. Truly appreciate it. Let's get the likes up. I really, really do appreciate it. Lord ADS said, Do not only deleted the mother of his children, he also has done irreparable damage to his own children. Yes, he did. Because his children saw all that. He wouldn't you wouldn't even allow them to have some glimpse of innocence. And that's the bad part about it too. To me personally. And good evening, Red Chevy. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope everything is well with you. Hope everything is well. But let's go on.
In a text message, I'm not gonna go back and forth in a text message.
When you went in that room last night, you got on top of her and she's in that bed, you pulled out that gun.
In what room?
Her bedroom.
What are you talking about?
There's a bullet hole through her pillow. There's bullet holes in her.
How many times did she get shot?
That's your children's mother, man.
How many times did she get shot?
What I tell you earlier. There's two ways people go in this situation, right?
How many times did she get shot?
You're trying to save yourself right now, BJ.
No, I'm being honest.
You're more worried about yourself than you are this.
No, I'm worried about me getting, I'm worried about
you haven't been there 24/7 for these kids. She has.
No, I provide for my children.
That's fine. You monetarily, but you're not there for them day in and day out. She is.
Absolutely, I am.
She's not there anymore.
But
because of what happened between y'all last night.
I didn't do anything to her.
That's not true.
I promise.
You lied.
The nerve of this guy. The nerve of this guy to ask how many bullets did she get shot with? Why do that even matter? I really want to ask that question. Why do that matter? If it was only one bullet, it was you and not three, it can't be you. Why would you even ask a stupid question like that? What the hell does that matter? They found bullet holes in her pillow, bullet holes in her. So it was a scrapple that happened on the bed. You know, and you could tell, like, the way how he's even conducting himself. He's more about protecting himself. And this is what happens. Usually suspects do get into self-preservation, and it really just shows more to the detectives that, you know, you have more involvement and that you're lying, right? Because if it really wasn't you and you didn't do anything, you'd be like, listen, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I would never do that to the woman I love. She had my kids. Yes, we didn't work out as a relationship, but I'd be damned if I would do something like that to my kids or do that in front of my kids. You got me all the way after. You would show a little bit more, I would say, anger, right? That they would even think that you would do something like that. And especially angry that there's this killer out here that was around your kids. You don't know why your the mother of your children lost her life, and that they're literally questioning you and not trying to find out if anybody else was there, right? You're not showing any of these signs. You're showing, I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. And this is what they're seeing. And they're like, you know what? You a piece of shit. They like, in their mind, they're like, you're really garbage, because you have already stated in the beginning that you are not a full-time in-house dad. Okay? You come by whenever you come by and drop down, you daddy of the year, whatever not, and you come see her, whatever not, and that's about it. She is the full-time parent to those kids. When you're not even in state, you don't even live with her. You have to drive down to her state. Now they don't have that anymore. They don't have that anymore. You weren't willing to do it, right? You weren't willing to do it, and she was doing it. Now they don't even have that anymore. Like, come on. Like, you got to stop being so selfish. Stop being so selfish. It's not all about you. Let's see. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm doing well, and God bless you. God bless you too, dear. God bless you. Lord ADS said, this point that brother needs to admit what happened or call a lawyer. Either way, he deserves the penalty. I agree. I definitely agree. Michael said, hello from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. Hey, hi, Michael the Marine. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to one of my military fellow members. Shout out to you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Yes, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I hope everything's well with you, Donna. I hope everything's well with you. Hey, Regina, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Shout out to San Francisco. I hope everything's well with you, dear. Hope everything's well. Yeah, but this guy, the nerve of this guy, is just like, he's really driving me insane. Like, he really don't care. And he really don't care about his kids. And that's really just bothering me, you know? Because I've seen some cases where the person was like really like obsessed when it came down to their children, and they conjure up this thing in their mind where they had to get rid of this person because it was the only way that they can protect their children. Now, even though they might have been crazy or psycho, you can kind of understand that that's really the type of anxiety that they was feeling inside, and their gut feeling that they had to do whatever they had to do for their kids. You can tell that everything he does is self-fulfilling. He doesn't do anything for nobody but for himself. Every movement he makes is for the betterment of him and nobody else. And he doesn't care who gets affected by it as long as it benefits him. And he has that personality through and through, especially through this interrogation. Hey, Brandon, it's good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope everything's well with you, sir. Hope everything is well. Hope everything is well. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Qué lo que, mommy? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday, Miss J. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. Upstate Nate. Upstate Nate, what's up? Happy Wednesday. He said, how do you feel about Black music brainwashing Black children? I wouldn't necessarily say it would be Black music, because there's different genre of what we would call Black music, but I do believe that certain music is affecting children. I do believe that, sir. I do believe that. And I think maybe there might be some censorship that needs to happen, right? But it has to start with the parents first, truly, at the end of the day. Have to start with the parents first. Make sure we hit the like button. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go on.
Not already to me.
I haven't even been over there.
I gave you your chance earlier to come.
I have not been over there. I have not been there.
You sat there and told me verbal altercations, verbal this, verbal
yeah,
that.
But I told you that.
And now you're admitting that she's pulled knives, you pulled out a BB gun. None of this stuff was mentioned.
No, but also in my statement, I told you, I said that most couples go through it. I said I'm not one to.
I understand that, but I gave you a chance earlier. I've been very respectful with you.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you as well. But
you hit stuff. You didn't disclose all this earlier.
My first time going to that apartment complex since last week was today when I showed up over there. I have not been over there. So regardless of what type of altercation she and I have, regardless of how it goes, I haven't seen her in a week. I haven't been there. You look at my phone, you said something about locations and stuff like that. I haven't left Middleburg at all.
Well, interesting. All your locations recently have been deleted, so we can't see your recent history.
Deleted?
They're not there. It doesn't go back until like the 14th is your last history.
The detectives decide to get aggressive with their accusations, hoping that it will get Burzy to confess. What the detectives don't know, but will soon find out, is that Tashika's pants that she was wearing when she was shot and the murder weapon are both hidden beneath the stairs at Burzy's apartment.
You understand it's not going to be he and I judging you. Right?
I understand, but
So how do you want to be judged? You're going to be judged as a man who got caught up in his emotions with having some sort of altercation with his girl?
I want to be judged as an honest man because I know that I didn't do anything
or as the cold-blooded killer who left his children's mother laying there in cold blood with his kids in the apartment with her and left.
I didn't
to save yourself.
I didn't do anything like that.
What time did you leave there last night?
I wasn't there last night.
Okay.
Where's the gun?
I don't even have that gun.
Do you love your kids?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Would you leave them there by themselves from 2 o'clock in the morning until 7 p.m. the next day with their dead mother laying right there?
Is that how you found my kids?
Laying on their dead mother.
They were laying on her.
BJ, you need to
Shot with the same Glock that you have, that
Y'all
you
didn't
threatened her
tell me
with
that.
2 weeks ago.
Y'all didn't tell me that.
You got to pay attention to the bus driver,
You need to
Station.
tell us, man.
I didn't do anything. I wasn't there. I don't even have that gun.
Where's it at?
I mean,
I wouldn't know.
you're trying to make it sound like you don't have a history of violence and all that, but you do with other women. A man who got caught up in an emotional moment, cold-blooded killer.
I wasn't over there, and I didn't do it.
You pick which category you want to go in.
I didn't do
I
it.
can't do it for you. You pick it.
I didn't do it,
I mean, at the end of the
No,
day, you're going to have to
love
justify in your own mind
and I wasn't there.
how you left your 2 kids there.
What did she do? I mean, what happened last night? What did she do to drive
I
you to
wasn't
that
there
point?
last night.
You know why you got snatched up when you showed up earlier? Do you know why those officers snatched you up so quick?
Why?
Because daddy shot mommy. Daddy killed mommy.
I don't think that is true.
You don't think that's true?
I don't think that my son said that.
He did. We
I got it on a
tape.
recorded interview.
I don't think that he said
Not
that.
only that, but her entire family said,
I didn't know what happened to her until you guys told me when we came in here.
you think it's a coincidence that 2 weeks prior to this, you broke her door and you held a gun to her head?
I don't think
And
that.
then she's found with gunshots and a broken door. Isn't that a little bit of a coincidence?
Daddy shot mommy.
I didn't do
You don't
anything
have to do
her.
this. I love you.
I didn't do anything to her, and I didn't go back over there. Once I left there last week, on that
After you held a
Saturday,
gun to her head and kicked her door
a
in?
BB gun.
Your phone might not have gone back over there, but you did. I
was
don't know why.
over there.
Actually, I wouldn't know because you deleted your location history after the 15th.
I don't. pay
That's why you were
attention to
very
it.
quick to say it's been a week since I've been over there because that's what your phone shows.
No, I just know where I've been.
I'm not fooled by you, man. You got a very violent side to you.
I
Very
didn't touch
violent.
it.
Yeah, you're hiding it, and you
The
think
past
So it seemed like he already has a history of domestic violence on him, and probably wasn't with the mother of his children. It could have been with another prior relationship. But it's just sickens me the fact that the detectives stated that the kids were found on their mom's bodies crying, and this happened at 2 o'clock in the morning and all the way until 7 p.m. the next following day. So they were found laid, cried themselves to sleep on their mother's dead body. And you have the audacity to say that you love your children, right? You have the audacity to pretty much lie on your own son and said that your son got it wrong, that it wasn't you, that he saw hurt his mother, that it could have been another man, like, because he doesn't understand men. Like, the fact that her parents and her family members said that, oh yeah, it was him that did it, because they probably have heard from her mouth the many times before you had domestic violence altercations with her that wasn't reported, right? So you have a track record. This is not just a spare of the moment situation. Eventually it was going to lead to this, right? And I always tell everybody the 3 forms of abuse, and let's go for men and women, right? The first form of abuse will always be verbal, okay? Verbal. Once a person gets comfortable calling you out of your name, they get comfortable talking down to you, sizing you up, acting like they're in competition with you, that is a sign that abuse is going to go left, okay? The next is mental and emotional. Now, all of a sudden, you start to get conditioned thinking that this is how it's supposed to be. This is a form or a different form of act of love and all the stuff like that. Or you're over exaggerating, you're being too sensitive, right? When they love to say that you're being sensitive when you are being attacked or verbally abused or whatever. then it's financial, then eventually it gets to physical, right? Once it gets to physical, the only step left of the trail of abuse is somebody losing their life or somebody going to jail, right? That's usually how it happens. So, take into serious consideration of different signs of abuse and stop it from the beginning, right? If somebody call you out your name, let it be the last time they call you out your name in your presence. I don't care if it's a woman, I don't care if it's a man. If somebody calls you out your name, let it be the last time. Okay? We got to cut it and stop it from the beginning so it doesn't spread. It doesn't spread anymore. All right. It's Stay Strong said he's burnt. Yeah. Regina said, I would love to stay, sweetie, as a survivor of DV. I just can't with the babies. I will watch another. No problem, Regina. Please go ahead and go and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I love the fact that you stopped by. I truly, truly appreciate it. And this is a trigger warning for anyone. If you are survivors of DV, doesn't matter if you're men and women and this is a touchy situation from you, please go ahead and click off. Your peace is more important than a video, and especially your peace is more important to me than a video. So go ahead and do what you have to do, all right? Truly appreciate you for letting me know. Thank you very much. Brandon Jones said, Keith Sweat looking bad out here. Psh, man, he's a Temu Keith Sweat. Come back. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Absolutely horrible. It is. It really is. Yes, let's get the likes up. I truly appreciate all of you on this Wednesday evening. Truly appreciate it. Hey, Genesis, how are you? Happy Wednesday, dear. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's go on.
You think you're good at it.
The past 4 women you've been with, you've been violent.
You snap.
You took a gun to a woman's house.
You get emotional and you snap.
Your own family trespassed you against their house. You lose control.
I don't.
You're calm, cool, you're a player, you're smooth with the ladies and all that until this happens, until they say, hey.
Once the police found Tashika's pants and the murder weapon under the stairs at Bursey's home, he would be charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, and the case would go to trial.
One final witness took the stand before both sides rested their cases. The DNA expert from FDLE showed the jury where she took blood samples off the pair of sweatpants found tucked under the stairs at Bursey Armstrong's parents' home.
The observed DNA profile is greater than 700 billion times more likely to occur if the samples originated from Tashika Young than from an unrelated individual.
Armstrong's defense asked the expert if there would be another way for that DNA to get there.
If I put my hand in my pocket, right here, am I rubbing off skin cells, and that's why you look in the pocket area?
Yes.
So you could get somebody's skin cells along with somebody's blood from that pocket area and have that mixture. Right?
Yes.
Armstrong decided not to take the stand. During closing arguments, prosecutor Sheila Lloyd.
So we're going to end this off. We obviously know that he's probably going to get convicted of murder, but I wanted to just touch base on what we just saw right there. So the defense was going on the fact that there might have been some of her DNA on his clothes due to just being in the house and about and stuff like that. But the problem is they found the sweats under his stairs, wherever he was residing at, and they also found the murder weapon. Why would you take her sweats that obviously she was wearing when you shot her and take it to your house and put it on the stairway with the gun, right? Because you know that your DNA is on it. So his defense attorney wants to make this the example that since we shed like every hour, right? We shed almost like, I think 15,000 or something every hour of our skin cells is just be shedded. We shed all over all day and we don't even realize it because that's how little the particles are of our DNA that just be coming off, right? So this is what they're trying to state, that because he put his hand in her pocket or maybe he rubbed their hand or whatever, this is why you found his DNA and this is why you found her DNA. It was a stupid offense, but nonetheless, he tried it. he didn't want to take the stand, and I don't blame him, because after his performance for the interrogation, your dumb ass better not go ahead and take that stance and make that judge even more upset than I'm sure everybody else is upset in this courtroom. So we're going to go ahead and finish this off and see what time they gave him, because I know he's definitely getting convicted.
Bezos reminded the jury what Tashika Young's downstairs neighbor heard the day she was found dead.
I love you. I love you. Who else did she love other than Percy Armstrong? So even though she wasn't able to talk to you today, her last words got to you.
When the jury found the defendant guilty of murder in the second degree.
The jury decided Armstrong was guilty of both second-degree murder charges. Tashika Young's cousin shared the family's reaction to that verdict.
Bittersweet moment. It's bitter to the point that we did lose 2 lives, but it's sweet to the point that justice was served today, and we are elated that justice was served today.
Percy Armstrong was convicted of second-degree murder last month, and today our Christina Burgess was inside the courtroom when Armstrong learned his sentence.
Yeah, before Percy Armstrong was sentenced in court today, Tashika Young's mother, Olivia Young, was making a personal statement. That's when Armstrong yelled out and caused some commotion in the courtroom.
You are full of it.
I am strengthened day by day.
Okay. There is no love in you.
Okay, excuse me. We're going to do this in order. I don't want to hear anything from the gallery.
To God be the glory.
There's no
But you need
love in you.
God.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Armstrong, we need to be quiet. We do this in order.
Outbursts from Percy Armstrong directed to his victim's mother as she gave her impact statement after hearing from other members of the Young family.
She wasn't able to live a full life because Percy Armstrong Jr. took her away from us.
Armstrong's family pleaded with the judge to show mercy.
One mistake doesn't take away everything.
This truly is an awful, tragic, desperately sad situation. But it's not a mistake. It was an act by you, and for which you must be held accountable.
The judge sentenced Armstrong to life in prison for the murder of Tashika Young and her unborn baby. He will serve his sentences consecutively.
Justice has been served because he got just what he deserved. But God is lifting me up, and I can hear my baby girl saying, "Okay, mama, you're doing good. Got them 2 babies to take care of."
What are your thoughts on this case? Please share them in the comments below.
That one was a tough one. Prayers to that woman. She was a beautiful woman, and the nerve and the audacity of him to want to spaz out of control when her mother was saying pretty much a prayer or whatever. Now, the fact that I guess he felt that her mother was supposed to plead with the judge for him not to get served time after killing her baby, he had the audacity to say, there ain't no God in you, there ain't no love in you. It's like, dude, are you crazy? Why do you think that she is supposed to advocate for you when you took her daughter away from you? Like, do that make sense? And the fact is, he said it with his whole chest. Like, what are you sitting up there being angry and upset about? You're the one who did this. You're the one who took this woman's life. You knew that she was pregnant. You didn't care. Again, you try to say that you love your children. You didn't even care about your unborn child in his mother's belly. You didn't even care about that. So you took 2 lives. Things like this is like, it's disturbing, but you know what? I'm glad he got the time that he got. Serves him right. And, I'm glad that the family got closure, and hopefully, prayers go out to those kids. This happened a while ago. So hopefully those kids are getting the love, the support, the community behind them, and knowing that their mother loved them very, very much, and tales of their mother and everything is being told about them, so they'll always have her, even though she's not physically there in form, because to think about stuff like that is just insane. It's just really insane. Brandon Jones says, "Show mercy, gotta be a prank." Right, exactly. And that what, like, but what can you really expect? I mean, that's his family, right? That was his family to speak on his behalf. So for them, they think, yeah, he never did nothing like this before. Can you show him a little grace? I mean, I know that makes them look a kind of way. It would make me look at them a kind of way, but still, I mean, I understand where they're coming from. All right, guys. So the next case I have for you good folks, make sure we're hitting the like button for me. Truly appreciate it. It helps the channel. Or hit the down button. Either way, it still helps the channel. Share this out to anyone who likes to look at these immersive conversations where we go over these type of cases. And if you have any cases that you would like me to review on this channel, go ahead at the end of the live stream. Put them in the comment section. I read, I like, I heart all my comments when I do get them. And I will put those cases in my trusty case book that we will go over eventually on this channel, okay? Let's see. Laura ADS said that brother is off, needs to be put away. I agree. And that's why he is put away. He is definitely put away. King Kamikaze said, dirt, what? Oh, okay. Yes, double tap. Thank you, Moa. Thank you. So the next case that I have for you good folk is in regards of a woman named Marjorie. So Marjorie realizes that the detectives know that she murdered her boyfriend. This is an old case too. It was interesting. I wanted to see what happened. So we're going to take a look at it. Let me go ahead and pull up my screen and we can get into it. All right. I hope you guys can see this. And here we go.
This is 54-year-old Margie Bradley. Margie is about to be interrogated by the police regarding the murder of her ex-boyfriend, 62-year-old Willis Sanders. Margie and Willis enjoyed getting drunk and smoking crack. They also had a history of violence against each other.
Like I said, we're investigating a death investigation. If you know what I'm talking about.
Well, I didn't know that y'all was investigating till somebody told me, Jim Dandy, that guy said, the police came by here and asked him, and I said, who? He sent him up to the grave where I was, but I just heard about maybe 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it, Willis Sanders?
Willis Sanders.
When was the last time you seen him?
Last time I seen him, okay. That'd be like 2 weeks, 8 days, 9 days, something like that, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I haven't seen him since like the 3rd of February or something like that.
The 3rd of February?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, 8 or 9 days ago, being that it's March 1st, is a pretty big time difference between
that's a
February 1st and March 1st. You said 8 or 9 days, so do you mean like, that's kind of a big jump. That's we're just trying
I said I haven't seen him in about 8 or 9. Last time I saw him was like 8 or 9 days. Supposed to really 2 weeks.
Okay.
It was February the 3rd. Maybe if it wasn't February the 3rd, maybe it's like it's been 2 weeks, really.
On March 1st, 2019, Willis's landlord opened his apartment door because his neighbors were complaining about a strong odor coming from inside. When the landlord entered the apartment, he found Willis's body lying on the floor. The cause of death appeared to be a brick inside of a pillowcase, hidden under the bed.
So, approximately how many times have you been to his apartment since he moved in? If you were to guess.
So that's very interesting. So he was hit with a brick in a pillowcase. That takes a little time, right? To do that. Now I'm wondering, was her ex-boyfriend asleep? Did this happen after you had a smoke, drink, and sniffathon? Like, did this occur? Did you wait until he went to sleep and do this? And then now, I guess later on in the interview, we'll see whether or not if she starts to say that it was in a form of self-defense or if he was abusing her throughout their whole relationship and she acted on this way. You never know. We can go so many ways with this. We can go so many ways with this. That was interesting. That was very interesting. Station said, "Hey, you noise kid at the back of the bus." Not to stay strong. Red Chevy said, and personal. Yes, it was definitely personal. Like, you wanted to crack their skull in. You wanted to cave their whole skeletal in. Yep, it does sound personal. Let's see. The essayist just said that so calmly. Oh, just as hard. Yeah, exactly. That was premeditated. That's why I wanted to know about it, because it takes time for you to go get you a nice, good, heavy, thick brick. Go get a pillowcase, because that means you thought about it. Go get a pillowcase. I'm gonna put the brick in the pillowcase, and I'm just gonna start swinging. Okay, it shows thought to the madness. So yes, it is premeditated. It would fall definitely into the premeditated realm. But let's go on.
3 different times.
What's your relationship with Mr. Willis?
I try. I mean, we really don't have a relationship, but when I see him, I kick it with him, he kick it with me. But really, my boyfriend is trained. I've been trained for years, but Willis had me sent to jail, over some bullshit, and I had to really shy away from him, and I had to shy away from him anyway because he wanted to distract my mother, call my mother's house, and even when I'm not there, he talked bad to my mother. See what I'm saying? Because my mother, and when you do bad with my mama, how to get away from it?
Mm-hmm.
What led the police to Margie was because Willis's neighbors claimed that the last time they had seen him alive, he had been with Margie. They also told the police that the couple was known to argue, and sometimes their arguments would lead to violence.
Well, do you know Emmy Hill?
Ciao. Sure is.
No.
You don't know Emmy Hill? And she says that you refer to her as the bitch. Does that ring any bells? I'm not trying to be crude. That's just what she said.
I don't even know. Who is Emmy Hill? I don't call people out of their name like that. I don't prefer her.
Well, I don't know if there was some beef between Mr. Willis and then Miss Emmy. But she was specific when she said she saw you at the apartment, and that was about 8 or 9 days ago.
Yeah, but I don't know her. I don't know. It's only two other people that stayed there that I saw, and there was the guy downstairs, Bill, and the white people up front, because they're the ones that opened the door when we went over there.
So what other females does Mr. Willis deal with besides you?
Oh, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not gonna put no names out there, but I'm not his girlfriend. I'm not his girlfriend though.
Right, and I don't think anybody.
But he'll say that to make somebody. But everybody knows that the train is my boyfriend, and me and Willis used to try to kick it, but Willis is too disrespectful, so I had to
Mm-hmm.
And I had to stop kicking it with him because he's very disrespectful.
Who, Willis?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
My mother can't get ready for you after so many chances, then I can't. And so I stay away from my mother's house so he don't be calling because he's very disrespectful. And after he sent me to jail for nothing that I didn't even do, then I knew right there I have got to stay away from him.
The police know that Willis and Margie enjoy drinking and smoking crack, so the next line of questioning is to
okay, you're not his girlfriend. You stop messing with him because he's disrespectful to your mama, right? And you don't play about your mama. I understand that. I didn't play about my mama either, right? I understand that 110%. But you still out there messing with him, dealing with him, and smoking crack or whatever, not with him. Now, this is the second time, I think the second or third time, that she stated that he sent her to jail. He sent her to jail for no reason. So they were in a toxic smoke, drink, sniffathon type of dealings that was going on. And maybe that can be the intent, right? Because remember, I tell you, you have to have intent, opportunity, and motive, right? Or means, I should say, means. So the intent could be maybe she was still upset that he sent her to jail for whatever reason. And she said it was for no reason. Maybe that could be it. Maybe she was over her mother house at one time and he was being belligerent and crazy, and her mom was already fed up with the fact that she's a alcoholic and a drug addict, and she doesn't need another toxic, obnoxious alcoholic and drug addict in her house. Maybe that could have been a reason too, that he was cursing at his mom or causing problems to with her mom, trying to reach out to her. Who knows? But everybody in the chat said that it was personal, and I agree. I totally agree with you. I think it might have to definitely do with her having to go to jail. I really do believe that. But let's go on.
See if Margie will be honest about her drug use.
Do you know if he had any kind of substance abuse issues?
He drank.
What else?
Smoked cigarettes.
What else besides that?
He smoked.
What does he smoke? What is his drug of choice?
Cocaine.
And were you ever around him whenever he did things of that nature?
Were I around him?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yes.
Okay. Well, he's deceased, you know, and
yes.
We're investigating his death.
We have smoked like yes.
Okay.
Have his neighbors ever seen you guys arguing?
Well, they don't see him. You know, he just walks and talks to himself a lot. But no, I haven't told no arguments over there. You know, not with him.
I look
not with nobody else. No, we haven't been arguing.
No, I was wondering.
There's don't be nobody there. You know.
I have no makeup on, so I'm orange.
So what would you say if I told you that there were some people that said that they saw you with him at the apartment about 8 or 9 days ago, which was the middle of February, around February 19th or so, because it's March 1st now. So just like a couple weeks ago around, would you say that you were?
I said, yeah, really about 2 weeks ago last time I saw it.
Mm-hmm. And what time of day were you there?
February. It was in the morning. It was in the morning, yeah.
The last time y'all were over there, John.
Hi, Diane. How you doing?
Try to have an altercation.
Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you.
No, we didn't have altercation. He went to work, and they dropped me off at my mother's house.
And that was
the last time I was over, February 3rd, yeah.
Okay. How many times have y'all gotten into like a physical altercation with one another during the course of your relationship with him?
You guys are one. Once in Robinson, and that's been like 2 years ago, but we were just out there, you know, just ordering. Police people saying, y'all gonna be all right, you know. We weren't drunk and nothing like that, but we was in the wrong place, but they didn't answer our name. We just be quiet, you know. But and then nobody called it. They was just passing by. But other than that, the last time I was up there in Robinson when he had me sent to jail, and we had no physical contact then. Because I never touched him. Like I said, I threw a beer can at it, but he had pulled a stick, but he couldn't come up in the PPR where he did it. Then the police took me to jail for aggravated assault. I had no weapon, had done nothing. And the people up there could have told me.
No, did he not get a hurt?
Yeah,
he had a cut right here, but I didn't do it. I had no knife. We never even touched.
And
then this jacket was cut off. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. He just went around the corner, and then the police came. I thought he was gone, you know, after they told him to come.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of rambling because there's a lot of bent up emotions and things that she probably had dealt with this man. And it doesn't help that she's an addict herself. She's trying to say that she doesn't be around him when he does that, but I'm going to call that a lie. I'm going to call cap on that. Yes, you are around him when he does that. It might not be your choice of drug, but you are sitting around with him dabbling in drug addiction. And so a lot that she's saying is a lot of rambling. So bear with it, guys. Bear with it. Eventually, we should get to the point where the detectives can spot a lie and know that she was the one who did it. Or maybe she might even come out and admit it and probably try to frame it as a self-defense situation. So just bear with it. Stay strong said 1 or 2. Yeah. Double tap the screen, like the video, please. Thank you. And you can also join MJ's membership with the Corner Crew. True Blood said, how you been? I've been hanging in there, just working and relaxing. I took a couple of days off and I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for asking, True Bleed. Thank you for asking. Let's see. All right. Diane says, so is her man missing or dead? Oh, she dead. D-E-A-D, dead. Yeah. Thank you, Red Chevy. Yes, that's exactly what she did. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go on.
On his yard, and I thought he was gone. Then, like 20 minutes later, police came around there and got me. I was sitting right there on the porch. Took me around the corner where he was in the ambulance.
Well, Miss Bradley, you understand why we're, why you're here and why we're talking to you. I think it's pretty clear, that you guys had some history and you did go to jail and he was, assaulted and.
But the problem with Margie's story is that it does not match the statements given by the neighbors. Margie claims that she hasn't been to Willis's apartment in over 5 months, but the neighbors claim they had just seen her a few weeks ago. The other issue is during the middle of February, Margie dyed her hair red for Valentine's Day. The neighbors claim that when they saw her, her hair had been red.
So we're not going to find anything in reference to your DNA on his body or anywhere else in the apartment. Because I assure you, we do a very thorough job.
Unless you find it 4 or 5 months ago, maybe
we're especially not
when we did something, but no.
And we're especially not going to find any of your red hair or anything like that may have been left behind on anything. Is that correct? Since you had that after February.
I didn't have no red hair when I was over there. February 3rd, the last time I was over there. I didn't have red hair until like 2-3 days before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So there shouldn't be any evidence of that.
No, it's not going to be my red hair because it's not going to be any evidence of me being over there doing nothing because I still even know what it is.
So how do you think that I even knew to ask if you had red hair?
Because I had red hair.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie, I had red hair. But
yeah, I don't think. I don't know. She knows now. They just told her that, he's gone. And she was just like, yes, he's gone. That's exactly how she said it. She was like, yes, he's gone. Yeah. That's how she said it with her little self. But the problem is that the neighbors saw you. You said it'd been 5 months. They saw you a couple weeks ago. You had red hair. You just admitted that you had red hair. They wouldn't have been able to, if your hair was the same hair color that you have now, then you could have been like, no, I didn't have red hair. I only had black hair. I only had this black hair. I had this black hair for the last 5 months, so it wasn't me. But like I said, when you're under drugs and under influence, you're not really thinking too straight. I don't think that she has any, I don't think she's really understanding the situation, the scenario. She's thinking that they're just asking her, and if he died, okay, something happened. But that's about it. I don't really even think that she even thinks that the detectives think that she's a suspect. I don't think she even knows that at all. I don't think she's cognitive of that at all. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate you. God bless. Have a good evening. King Kamikaze said, let him talk long enough. Absolutely. Question asked, question answered. Yeah, I agree. Let's go on.
That's been, like I said, I got.
Do you know where I got that particular information from?
No, man.
The people that live at that apartment.
Yeah, yeah.
So you were there when you had red hair?
Yes, I was there, yeah.
But you're just now telling me that you hadn't been over there since.
I said that, I said, what I said was I didn't have red hair when I was there. I had red hair, the last time I was there was February 3rd.
When you didn't have red hair?
Yeah, I have red hair. But I have had red hair. I tried to get red hair like 2-3 days before Valentine's Day. I took it out. But I ain't been over there with no red hair.
But that's how I knew to ask.
No,
because they saw you with the red hair.
No, I haven't been over there. I haven't been back over there since February 3rd. And that was early in the morning. I don't know who they got me mixed up with. My God,
I'm
you
pretty
will not
sure.
find my nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, they said your name.
Specifically.
Yeah, they describe you pretty much to a T. So they know you when they see you.
Yeah, they know.
Miss Bradley, listen.
I know, I already knew Bill because we knew Bill when we stayed on Minor, but those are the only two people I ever seen. Then look ugly. I'm telling you, I don't ever be there that long. And the last time I was there, I wasn't there more than 2-3 hours. February 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that this is good for you to be talking to us right now is because you can get ahead of this thing right now. But if further things come out, and we have to talk to you again, and things aren't adding up, I mean, that's not going to look good for you, is it? Not necessarily, right?
No, but...
Okay. So it's very important that you...
If it don't look good for me now, it won't, because I'm telling you exactly what I'm telling you. Is the truth is exactly what you asked.
Well, there's a couple of things that just aren't adding up, which is why we're re-asking you questions and things of that nature.
No.
But we understand accidents happen. Now, our whole job is somebody made a mistake and there was an accident that happened.
Yeah, this looked like an accident.
And so that's what we're investigating. But when you leave things out, as far as what happened in detail, and when you don't tell us what really happened, how can we even, write down what you said to us and say, oh yeah, she was telling us the 100% truth? Because as it stands right now, with all the evidence that we already have, because we've been working on this all day, all the evidence that we already have, it shows something completely different than what you're saying.
Well, I don't know what other kind of evidence that you have, but my evidence is that I haven't seen, I told you the truth about evidence, I have not been back to his house since February. They might have saw me, but it had to be between February 3rd and before then. And I did have red hair, but I didn't go over there. I seen Dick maybe one time, but I didn't go there with red hair. I had black hair like this. I put red hair in my hair like 2-3 days before Valentine's Day, but I didn't go over there.
So when I ask you that you're sure that we're not going to find any red hair or anything like that inside that apartment or on Mr. Wilson, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you're sure? You can sit 100% right now and say that that's correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Last time I had to move February 3rd, my hair was just like I had a bun on it, just like this. I haven't met this apartment. He might have saw me one time with that red hair, and I think that was during the week when he passed me coming out of jail. So that's the last time I saw him.
Yeah, we ain't talking about him. We talking about the people that live there.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're talking about the people that live at the apartment and who told us and gave us a description of what you look like. And in that description, you have red hair. So
I haven't had red hair in my head since Valentine's Day. And the first time that
I'm sorry, folks, but she keeps on saying the same thing. She says, I haven't had red hair in my head since 2 days before Valentine's Day because I dyed my hair red. Okay, but those people, the neighbors, saw you over there a couple weeks ago and you had red hair. So even though you went and got your hair dyed for Valentine's Day, that does not mean that after Valentine's Day, you dyed your hair back black. You didn't do that. right? And most people who dye their hair, it usually takes a while, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. When it starts to, get faded, they'll dye their hair again, depending on what they're dyeing for, whether it's just a new color or if it's to dye your grays. But she just keeps on saying it as if, oh, because I had it or I got it dyed on Valentine's Day, it couldn't be me because I haven't had red hair. No, you had red hair until you didn't have red hair anymore. And it just so happens when the murder of your ex-boyfriend, you were coming out, stepping out, and you was with him with red hair. But she's not understanding everything that's going on. She just keeps on saying, I dyed my hair red Valentine's Day. It's weird. It's really weird. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that you've been sub for a while. Oh, that's appreciate you, Red Chevy. I appreciate you. Stay Strong said, nobody getting interrogated always say, I swear to God, I ain't lying. It's the honest to God truth. Then bam, true shock from eyewitnesses. Right, exactly. All the time. Bro, I don't know if it's the red dye or the drink or the crack that got this girl stuck in Delulu land. I think it's all three. All three. I really do. But let's go on.
Last time I was out was February 3rd, and I had my hair just like this. I haven't
Exactly.
been
All
back
of the above. Exactly.
Not with red hair, no way. I haven't been back over there. When I saw him in weeks and weeks and weeks, we do that because we've been growing apart. Because he come, because my mama and I.
That's fine. And now you guys are really far apart.
Yeah, we've been,
No, you're really far apart because he's dead.
Yes.
And in our
but we used to
investigation.
live together,
I understand that.
Considering that we shacked for 7-8 months, we have really grown. I mean, we had, I didn't see him that much. I loved him to death. But, if I can't come to my mama's house, call me, then I don't need you there, and you call him a distraction. So I had to quit fooling with him.
Do you understand, though, that he is dead?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
You're not, I don't understand why you don't have any emotion toward him. What did he do to you that you do not give a crap that he's dead right now? That's my question.
I do give credit. I love him. I loved him with all my heart, so I loved him with all my heart, so I give a crap about him being there. But I'm trying. This is my thing. I can't even breathe because here I'm supposed to be gonna kill him or been over there.
Who said that?
I mean, you said my DNA come up in there.
No.
Will I go to jail?
Nobody said that.
You said you were going to do an autopsy.
Well, he's definitely doing an autopsy.
Yeah, he's dead.
And if my DNA show up on there,
then what?
Right now.
Then what?
You said it would be easier for me now, and I'm telling you, I haven't been there. Now look, that's what you said. Are you sure? Are you positive that your DNA won't show up nowhere when we do the autopsy?
And you know what? Those are general questions for everybody that sits in front of that chair and talks to us. We never accused you of killing anybody.
You said, I know you.
No, I did not.
No, but he's deceased.
Yeah, we said
he's deceased.
So there you go. That's where she messed up at. Right there, she messed up because they never said that you killed anybody. They never came out and said that. So now you saying, oh, I never killed anybody. They never said that he was dead, per se. I don't think they did. Or did they say that? Yes, they did say that they were dead earlier, but they never said that she was the one that killed anybody. They was just only asking her a numerous type of amount of questions in regards of when the last time she was with him, what was the last thing they did? Did he have a drug addiction? Do you have a drug addiction? Were you around him for this or around him for that? But they had never came out in this whole interview so far and said you were the last you were the one who did it. They only just said that the neighbors said that the last time they saw him outside and about, he was with you and you had red hair. That's it. So the fact that she even put that on her, she made a big trouble with that one. She made a big trouble with that one, I tell you. Laura ADS said, what do you think triggered her? Cheating or abuse? I think it could have been many things, but I truly do believe, like I said, my initial statement was he sent her to jail for no reason. This is from her own words. So whatever the reason why he sent her to jail, doesn't know if it was a DV situation and she was the aggressor. We don't know. She seemed really still ticked about that. So that's what I think it is. Hey, Mr. Barbro, what's going on with you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope everything's well with you, sir. Hope everything's well. All right, let's go on.
He's deceased, you know.
Yeah, but we said it looked like an accident.
But you never, you said it like an accident, but what she said was, are you sure that you're D? And then she come with the red hair. I'm telling you, the last time that I was at that house was February 3rd. I don't care what anybody tells you. The last time I was at that house was February 3rd.
Nobody has said
and you know, and I haven't been over there with no red hair, really. I didn't even have red hair the last time I was over there. I had a bun.
Okay, well, I haven't asked you any more questions about the red hair. You're the one that's going on and on about it.
Oh, well, you know, you said red hair.
Well, I'm just making sure.
Well, you won't find no red hair, not mine.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, that's the case. But we ask people the same questions that sit in front of this chair, because that's our job, is to find out what happened to Mr. Willis, so that his family can have closure. And like he said, we know that accidents happen. Nobody is sitting in front of you accusing you of killing anybody. That came out of your mouth. I never said that.
You said that I wouldn't agree. I was showing no remorse.
I did say that.
How can I when I'm being accused, you know?
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
No.
Are you in handcuffs right now?
No.
Are you going to jail right now?
No.
You're talking to two people that bleed the same blood that you do right now. That could very well be in the exact same situation that you are in right now.
But basically, you were accusing what you were saying. You was investigating.
Well,
maybe
we are investigating.
You know.
And we're good at what we do, and we'll find out what happened.
Okay.
And so if there is more, that's why I'm saying this is your opportunity to get ahead of it before it rolls downhill. Because like I said, we've done this investigation all day.
Yeah, we've been out there all day, so we're trying to talk to you, because from what we understand, most people said you and him.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much.
More than what you saying. More than, what, 3 times? Or last 3, you saw him 3 times?
Yeah, I mean, since he moved up there, yeah, we used to be together, but, you know, that was 3 or 4 months ago. Those people up there, is it Bill? No, but I've never seen nobody with Bill and that white girl, and the ugly next door. But we've been knowing Bill. We stayed down on Mountain for 7 or 8 months. Bill stayed right there again. But other than that, no one would know. But the people like in Robinson or something, they know they seen us together in 4 or 5 months since the last time when we were together.
Yeah, this is just people that live there that said they saw you and him together. They said, and they mentioned Beverly, but they said him and Beverly broke up. They said you and Willis are always together.
Yeah, we were together, you know, all the time, thick and thin. But like I said, I haven't been over to his house in February, you know.
The detectives have done a great job talking with Margie about the case, but now it's time for them to put the pressure on her and get her to confess.
So basically, when we do an investigation, it's a bunch of puzzle pieces that get put together.
Okay.
And when we talk to people, and we can tell who's telling the truth and who's not. That's our job. So when we come to you and ask you questions, it's because we've talked to many people.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna click
in this
that.
puzzle right now that we're in currently, all the puzzle pieces are fitting, except for the ones you're telling us. They don't really fit because they contradict everything else that we have confirmed and all that type deal. So you have to understand our concern about that particularly. So I think you're telling probably about 40% of the truth, but there's 60% that you're not telling us. And the reason I know that is because of all this stuff here and all these people that we've talked to today and everything on these recordings that we have. So why is that? You don't know why that is?
No, I don't.
Now she want to be
I
quiet.
know why that is. Because you're hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything.
You are, and I see it, and it's like a big elephant on top of your chest, and you can hardly breathe. You're sitting here in front of us, can hardly breathe. Nobody accused you of anything, and you're sitting there feeling like somebody accused you of something.
No, I don't feel like you accused me, because if you did, I'd already be in handcuffs, so you'd be holding if you asked for it. But you're calling me down here to talk, and I'm not holding you. I've answered all your questions. I'm not holding you. I haven't seen him since the other 3 days, during that week, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been to his house every day.
So why is it that he has a huge gash in the back of his head and he is dead right now? His body, okay, as it stands, somebody cared about him when this happened, because they showed care by putting material behind his neck to make him comfortable, because they didn't know and they felt sorry for what happened. And I feel that the person that did this was very, very, that loved him and wanted to help him and regretted what happened. That's what it shows. That's what we see when we go in there. But you know this already. You know this already. You know it was an accident. You didn't mean to swing that thing and hit him in the back of the head.
So what I have not seen Dick since, I'm telling you, the week of Valentine's Day.
So at this time, they're using the ego up approach with her because they need her to admit, right? They definitely do need her to admit that it was her, something happened, you didn't mean it, but it did happen. I mean, truly, if you hitting somebody upside the head with a brick that's in a pillowcase, you meant that. But they want to make, they want to humanize her, and that's the ego up approach, is to humanize the individual. Say people make mistakes, somebody should care about him. You cared about him at one point in time, so you should understand, if it was you, you would think somebody else would do that for you. And hopefully that she'll take the bait in that way. So far, she haven't necessarily taken it, but I am going to just mention the fact that she's doing a lot of pausing and being quiet and just looking, like staring at, it seemed like she's staring at the guy more per se than the woman speaking. But the way how she was yapping and going on and just rambling earlier, it started to pause now due to the fact that they are hitting her with more bold statements than they were before. Before, it was like they don't know, they want to figure things out, they want to examine the history and her history relationship with the guy. Now is, okay, this is what happened to him. There was a break. People said that they saw you. That was the last time. You were the only person that saw him. You're telling us it was 5 months ago that you was with him. They're saying it was a couple of weeks ago. We have his body. We found his body. We know how long he's been dead. Lady, we need some answers, right? So now she's a little bit more quiet because they're actually asking the right questions to her. Mo said buffering. Yeah. Lawyer up now. She should have been lawyer up, which we always preach on this channel anyway. Lawyer up, but hey, that AOL dial up, y'all. That is similar to an AOL dial up. It's really crazy. The cop is really using some crazy good cop, right? As of right now, she's the woman detective is supposed to be the good cop. The guy is supposed to be there and be more of, I'm scared of him. I'm not supposed to talk to him. Maybe I'll talk to her. She could understand it, woman to woman, right? Red Chevy said, right, she's doing well. She's trying to complicate the situation. Yep. Let's go on.
His body was being shown with care. He didn't just accidentally fall and hit his head on something and then fall on it. He was. You're showing more remorse and care right now than you have the whole time we've talked to you. Because you know it's true. Something happened, accidental or not. I think it was accidental. Detective Epis thinks it was accidental. But if we let this continue to grow, it's not good. I see this elephant on your chest right now. You are dying to get this off your chest because you can't live with it. You really did truly care about this person.
I always have loved you. I still love you.
Okay. And we see that.
So I always have.
We see that. But you know what?
Like it's just an accident.
Accidents happen.
I mean, like I said, whoever it was, they loved him and tried to help him.
That shows a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And every horrible thing we've seen, that shows a lot.
Especially compared to a lot of other cases we've worked.
And it's okay. But you can't sit in here and not tell us what happened. Because you know what happened. Get it off your chest. Accidents happen. People get angry. It's okay. It's human nature. It's been going on since humans were around. But this is going to snowball on top of your head if you do not get in front of this, and we're the people to talk to about it. That's why you're here. You're not here by accident. You're not here by accident.
Yeah, we can see it in your eyes.
Just what happened?
I love it and I'm going to miss it.
Yeah.
You know. And I do.
So what happened?
Yeah, it's right there.
You're gonna feel so much better.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You can tell us. I mean.
Don't do it.
We want to be able to put on paper that you were honest with us and it was an accident.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We really want to be able to say that because I don't think you're an evil person at all. Not after what we saw.
We don't see some bad people come through this.
They working her. They are working her, boy. Woo!
Well, I'm not going to admit to nothing that I didn't do.
Oh God, they working her. They are so working her. It is sad, man. It's sad how they are both just working that room, man. Brucey, how you doing, darling? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope everything is well with you, sir. He said, MJ, that smile will make a guy forget his name. You are so cute. Thank you, Brucey. I truly appreciate you. A compliment. Oh, God. Red Chevy said folding. Yeah, she's starting to fold. Spell it out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, God. Hey, Lana, how you doing? Happy Wednesday to you, dear. Happy Wednesday. King Kamikaze said, this is a Hari movie level. Yes, it is. It's like, do it. Like, you gotta start throwing up sign language and, I don't know, smoke signals. Like, no. Like, please don't do it. Don't believe them. Do not believe them. They are not going to write on paper that is an accident. Your statement will say that it's an accident, but the evidence is going to concur that it was premeditated, okay? Because you took a bread brick and you put it in a pillowcase and you went whoops upside his head numerous of times. I don't know what accident that is. How do you accidentally put a brick in the pillowcase and accidentally, I just swoop and pop you in your head? I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go on, shall we?
Yeah, y'all already know I did.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it is okay. It is okay.
It's definitely all right. Things
All
happen.
right.
Yeah, things happen.
All right.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Oh God.
Accidents happen.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You've been wearing me.
Yeah.
Yes, we could tell the whole time we talked to you.
Yeah, we see it in your eyes. We do this all the time when we talk to
Yeah.
people, so we can tell.
But it's an accident. But we need to know what happened, okay? The whole story, everything. Don't leave anything out. If y'all were smoking dope, so what?
Yeah.
Everything.
Drinking together, anything.
When was this?
Margie finally confesses and admits she is the killer. She may have confessed because she believes it will benefit her in the end, or she really did love Willis and the detectives were able to play on her emotions. Either way, they want the full story.
You feel like that, I'm saying, you get it off your chest, and like you ain't got to hide it.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's...
It was an accident.
Okay, we believe
I
it.
Yeah, we
said it
can
right
tell.
now. Yeah, she did it.
Just from where you try to
confessed
help
to
them.
it.
Man.
Happy Tuesday.
It already hit me with, throw a ball at me. Throw the ball at me that we was drinking. It was glass all on the floor. We was drinking.
Okay.
He just threw it. He was throwing everywhere he threw it, Besides, we had been drinking. We had a fifth and beers, because we drank whiskey, but we weren't smoking. we wasn't that.
Okay.
So what did I tell you? Like I said earlier, right? I said that there was two things that was going to lead to it. If they were able to get her to admit that, she did this to this guy, she was going to take two ways that it was some domestic violence situation, right? Which she took it, right? She said that he hit her first. He was throwing balls or something at her. And I guess, she was like, you know what? I'm going to fix you. And clocked him up his head with the brick in the pillowcase. But I knew that it had to be something else that had to come down to it. Now, this is not to say that she's lying, right? We don't know. At the point, them being both having a history of being drug addicts and using crack and cocaine and mixing weed, crack, cocaine, and alcohol together. These are two individuals who are not in stable mind majority of their time. Majority of the time they're not in a stable mind. So they could have been having that type of back and forth type of relationship for a very long time. So I'm not going to say that she's lying, but I do want it to point out that eventually it had to be some type of excuse level that came with this type of force. And normally people will try to explain why they conducted themselves in that way. They have to, right? Because you just can't say, oh, I did it because I wanted to. Even if we know that could possibly be the truth. That can possibly be the truth. But they're not going to say that in this situation where, their life depends on it, right? Or their freedom depends on it. They're going to have to follow up with an excuse as to why this situation occurred. Let's see. Slider RN said, I knew it. The truth is never that damn dramatic. Right. Oh, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. A all-out brawl, right? He throwing balls and things at her. And she's like, I'm going to fix your ass. I'm going to fix you. She old school, okay? I mean, listen, maybe the brick, I don't know. Like, because to me, you have to go outside to get the brick. Like, that's another thing too, right? You have to go outside to get the brick. And then you have to go walk past the dude. Y'all arguing, cursing. You had to go into your closet or into your room and grab a pillowcase and put the brick in there to start swinging, right? Now, I think it would be a little bit more believable of it being an accident if let's say she told a story that he was throwing the balls and throwing things at her and she was in the kitchen and she took a pot, a cast steel pot and whoop upside his head or whatever that, then, I think people be like, okay, maybe that's the altercation happened in the kitchen. But the fact that he got hit in the back of his head and the way how it was hit, he was blindsided. He didn't even know it was coming, right? He had no idea it was coming. And she did it multiple times. It wasn't only just one time to kind of like get away from somebody who's threatening your life. She did it multiple times. She wanted him dead, right? So We have to take that into consideration. He said, I have to rewind to catch up. Oh, no problem, no problem. Mr. Boss said, at this point, the balls are the meteor part of the script she made, right? Yeah, I agree. Stay Strong said, crackheads get psychotic when they start fiending. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Her script was simple. It was a mistake. Blame the win. Not blame the win. Let's go on. So she's telling the truth and she's telling her truth. Let's see this if this will help her. I don't really think it will help her. Hopefully, if she do get a lawyer in this situation, maybe they can say that she was under the influence. Who knows? Even if that will even help her. But let's go on.
Yeah, okay. You know, it's raining. It been raining, and one thing. We were watching movies, and all of a sudden, he threw that ball and it hit the wall, and this thing I know.
What happened?
He was on the floor.
Okay. How did he get on the floor?
He fell. He hit his head. He fell.
She just said on what?
Hit his head on the floor. I mean, he just fell. He was just laying there.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Because the injury that he has is not from that. And we have, if this was an accident, you should have no reason to not tell us everything that happened so that we can document it. Because you're
getting there.
You're getting there. And we understand it's difficult.
Biology, you said they broke. We saw that.
But that's because that happened, about 30 minutes before the whole alteration, and and he'd asked me, and he'd asked me to leave. He said, I want you. I said, okay, I'll go, and then he threw a ball when I got ready to go. He grabbed me by my shirt, put me back in there, and
then what happened?
I really can't remember. All I know is he was on the floor, and next thing I know, and I just left. But I didn't think he was dead. He was moving. I just left because I didn't want him grabbing on me no more. I didn't. It always was something. He ever wanted me to leave, verbal abuse and everything. So I finally left. It had been raining that day. We went got movies and stuff. When you get to drinking, that's what you do. And he fell and hit his head. That's all I know.
Where y'all get the movies from?
Margie tells some of the truth, but the problem is, the detectives know that Willis died from a brick in a pillowcase and not from a fall. All they need now is to get Margie to confess to using the brick, and then make sure she did not act in self-defense.
So tell us about the brick in the pillowcase.
Brick in the pillowcase?
Yeah.
There's blood.
On this brick.
In this pillowcase.
I don't, he was I just thought, he fell down. I mean, he hit his head, but, I think he was just drunk, I just went ahead and left out the door. For sure, I didn't think he was dead,
Did she ever really explain how he fell down? Because, did she push him down and he fell down? You didn't explain that he fell down and he hit his head on the side of a table or a corner or anything of that sort. You didn't say that, right? So he just fell down. You said that you didn't think that he was dead. You just thought that he was just drunk and he hit his head and that's it, right? So we would expect maybe internal bleeding, because that could possibly happen depending on their age, the amount of alcohol and drugs that they have in their system. If you hit you get blood force trauma, you can also create an aneurysm as well, and you can swell your head, blood can flow in your head, and you have that. But that's internal bleeding. The fact that there was blood on the floor, there's blood on the floor, and he wasn't moving. I guess he was moving a little, like squirming a little bit, but then he stopped moving. And you just pick up and you left. You didn't call 911, you didn't call nobody or anything like that, but you were just saying a couple maybe 20, 30 minutes ago that you love him and you're gonna miss him and all this stuff like that. Again, you're not showing actions of a person who really is concerned or caring about their loved one. Even if that motherfucker got on your goddamn nerve, you like, ooh, I'm calling 911. Bitch, I hate your ass, but I'm calling 911 because you ain't gonna die on me. Like, that's normally, you know, especially with old school. Like, old school folks, that's how they argue with each other. They be like, I hate your ass. I hate your old ass, your crippled ass, your cellulite booty ass, but I'm gonna fix you this dinner. I'm gonna get you to the hospital. I'm gonna get you a Band-Aid. It doesn't matter how angry or how upset they are with each other. They still going to show care. They're going to curse each other out and still show care. I have seen that so many times with the old school folks. They be like, you funky ass, da-da-da-da. But what you want from the fucking store? Like, that's how they are. But she didn't do that. She literally got up and she left. So now they're explaining that, hey, listen, this guy got hit with a brick. There was a brick found in the house with blood on it, inside a pillowcase, blood all over the floor. That did not come from him just falling, right? And then you mentioned earlier that he told you to get up out his house. And you said, fine then, motherfucker, I'm out upside your house. And then he prevented you from leaving the house, right? He prevented you from leaving the house. And then I guess it was a tassel and then he fell. So, like, again, there's a lot of things that's missing in her story. I know y'all laughing at me, but the old school people are like that. Like, oh my God, like they hate and love each other at the same time, and it worked because they spend so much time with each other. They be like, oh, I hate your funky ass and your funky fucking feet, but here, take this goddamn fucking medicine. I keep on tired of telling you this shit. And you can be looking at them like, y'all weird. But that was their dynamics. And that's how they give it up. And that's how they gave it up back then, right? Because being together meant more than just being with each other just when everything was good. It was about the ugly as well. Something of a art that is lost today, where now, you know, things come to the point where, you know, you really have to be up and about when certain type of things transpire in relationship. You can't give it up like how it was back in the old day. There was an understanding there. It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. Let's see. King Kamikaze said, I smell sweet cheese. She's lying. Brucey said, look at her act dumb. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, I don't know what you talking about. What you mean? A brick? A brick? Mm-hmm. Too many holes in that story. Yep. Brucey says she busted him in the head with a brick and he fell down. Right. I know. She forgot that part. You see, he fell down because of the wind. Maybe the detective are in for it. Yeah, man. Yeah, like, come on. Oh, my God. All the time. Yeah, all the time, man. That wind was blowing at 4. And you know, it's so funny because it doesn't even matter. That transpires between all cultures and everything, ethnicities and everything. When you have two old folks and they've been with each other for like 20 plus 30 years, they know that they can't stand each other. They know they can't stand each other. But they're going to make sure that person okay. They're going to make sure they're all right. They're going to make sure they're all right. Because then they're going to hear it the next day. And then usually they built their life around that person, so they can't even see that person not being in their life. So it ain't no way they're gonna let that person just sit there and be sick and shit like that. They're like, I fucking can't stand you, but I'm gonna get you to the fucking hospital. Anyway, let's go on.
So why did you put that thing behind his neck?
I didn't put that behind.
Man, you got there some way, and you were the last person in there.
Yeah.
I think you're about 90% there, but there's still that other 10%.
Because you tried to hit him by putting that up on his head. breathe a little bit and just tell us exactly from the start when y'all got the news? Was it daytime, nighttime? Was it daytime or nighttime? Which one?
Daytime.
It was daytime? Okay. About what time?
It was raining, you know.
Just remember it was raining?
Yeah, I know it was raining.
Was it in the morning or around lunchtime?
The stores tell me it was like, he said, well, you know what, I can't hold you, you can go. I said, well, let me get my ass out of here because I'm tired of you asking me to go, you know. I said, I'm tired, I'm not going to argue with you, and I got to see you finna get ready. And yeah, he said something, you know, he threw the ball at me, you know, but it missed me like he really throwing it at me because he could hit me with, you know, he just stood up against the wall. But, you know, I didn't tell you that he was trying to hit me. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, I'm finna go. He said, well, you can go then, you know, go. I want you to go, I want you to go. And when I got ready to go out the door, he grabbed me, but he was always doing stupid stuff like that. You hear me? He would do that kind of shit, you know, and talk ugly to me and stuff, you know. Then when I get ready to pick up another to go, because I already know that if I go, he go, Brad, I'm gonna fall out. Come on back, and you know I don't like this scene, but you know sometimes when he said I want you to go, I just go. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times he just get drunk, and he always do the same thing when you get drunk. You know, he just. You know, you don't want to be with me, you can go. You know, you just do that, you know. If I don't want to be with him, I wouldn't be with him.
Right.
I quit being with him, you know. He had stopped all that. But he just gets drunk, and he is very disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Very. I mean, he fell, you know. I mean, you know how you just fall, you know. He fell, but I didn't think, you know, he was still talking shit. You know, I don't like to, when he fell, I just don't like to do it when I could.
Okay. Well, that's not the truth. And you and I both know it. Did
she just say that when he fell, he was still talking shit? Yo, that bugged me out for a minute. He's like, he fell and everything, and he was still talking shit, and I just left out the door. No, not with the type of trauma that he had to the back of his head. He was not talking shit. He was not talking shit. I don't know. I don't think so. Unless when you whooped him side his head, he said, God damn, and then hit the floor or something like that. But he wasn't talking shit. But she's adding that in because she's trying to say that he was alive when she left. Right? She has already admitted that she did do something to him. But they had an altercation, right? And then she just left. And he was alive and fine when she left, talking shit and all that shit like that. But that's not the truth. That's not the truth. And the fact is how long he's been sitting there. So again, if it was all innocent and done and all the stuff like that, then why didn't you, call 911 or even go by and check on him? Like, hey, you all right? You know what I'm saying? We always fight like this, you know what I'm saying? Getting in each other's spaces and stuff like that. I just came to check on you. You went MIA. And in fact, you literally dyed your hair black to disguise your identity as if it wasn't you. You did too many things. You did too many things. Brucey said she did. Mr. Bot said maybe she hit him again and again because he was talking shit. That could be, I don't know. That could be a possibility, right? Because she did say that he hit the floor and he started talking shit. So he was like, you goddamn son of a bitch. Bitch, I know you didn't just motherfucking hit me with this goddamn shit in the back of my head or you lost your goddamn mind. And she like, motherfucker, I got you. I got your bitch. I'm sorry. This is not funny because the man lost his life. And I'm not laughing that the man lost his life. I'm just trying to picture her story that she's telling. I don't think it happened that way, but I can assume or I can imagine if her story was correct how that shit looked. Like it would look like something that we saw on a movie like Sugar Hill or some shit. Like, goddamn, you or Harlem Nights. You shot me in my pinky toe. That's right, bitch. I shot you in your pinky toe. Like, that's what it gives me, that type of vibe. So that's what it gives me. But it's not a laughing matter because somebody did lose their life. Someone did lose their life. So that's definitely not funny. Can you imagine a man falling down and saying, "You stupid yes." I can't imagine that kid coming across here. I'm not laughing. You stupid. No shit. Y'all got me crying in the chat. Y'all got me crying in the chat. Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. And Melissa ended up getting identified by her teeth. Her teeth, man. Can you believe it? Wow. This, man, I'm picturing that and I'm dying laughing in the inside. Let me stop. Let me go on.
We really want to be able to write what happened. Okay? Like, we're not making anything up.
Yeah, we don't want to make nothing up or try to guess what happened.
No, because it's a puzzle right in front of us that we're good at figuring out. And it clearly shows what happened. And our puzzle has to match what you're saying, and it doesn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we're trying to make sure we got it right. You know, but if we start typing like we jumping around, we putting pieces together that don't fit.
I know.
So we want to make sure we got it right.
And we've already established it was an accident. And just because you defended yourself, that doesn't make it any less an accident.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't know. She was biting. She got
we've already established that he didn't want you to leave, even after he told you to leave.
Type of bite mark.
How's
and they probably had her shit on record.
Pulling you back in.
He was always, doing stupid stuff like that. He was drinking him, and that's how he would act every time. I mean, not every time, but, if it's a time when I just say, I'm not finna listen to this and go, we've been going through that for the last 9 or 10 months, and I'm just tired of it,
Mm-hmm.
Even in my mom's house, he gets crazy. My mom, Dick, you go out to jail. She said, I said, come on, Dick, let's go. You have to go because you disturbed my mom. He'll call that.
There's a certain pattern.
My mama all kind of busy. If she tell me I'm not there, he know that I am,
Mm-hmm.
And he just, he only did that when he drank.
Mm-hmm.
But,
so
I had to get, it's too much.
So what happened? Because he didn't fall like that.
Yeah, just you helped him what it looked like before you left. Because you saying that he fell and you just left, but you didn't do that.
And there's where you tried to clean up the blood.
No.
You tried to help him with the shirt. I mean, you were trying to help. But that didn't get like that because nobody else went in that apartment. You were the last person there because you locked the door when you left.
Two front teeth.
The next time it was open was the landlord finding him. So there's no question about.
I don't even know if I closed the door or not. I just left everything about,
No, it was purposely locked and closed. There was some sort of blunt force trauma. It wasn't because somebody fell.
No.
I'm telling you because that's what happened. And the fact that
got to say it.
You say this was all an act.
Wait, I had to stop. Mr. Boss said, at least he passed away knowing she heard, bye, you stupid ass. Oh God, imagine if his last words was like, you rainy asshole. Yo, what the fuck? It's crazy. Oh God, that's so bad. That's so bad.
Accident and everything, and even us knowing what really happened,
you tried to defend yourself, you know, because choking, you know, like you said, well, then you was defending yourself. But something else happened. He didn't just fall like that. And then I don't know, what was it?
A shirt or a
something
pillowcase
put
or
up on his
something.
head.
I mean,
like trying to make him comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, it all tells a story. But it's not going to help you any if you don't tell your side of the story. This whole thing about he fell and I left, that didn't happen. There was more to that, a lot more.
You left, but you didn't leave right then.
It's not going to do anything but help you, because we already know. You're not going to sit in that chair and tell us something we don't already know.
Mm-hmm.
This is your opportunity to get ahead of this before it runs smooth over you. And we write in our report, she had no remorse. She lied constantly, would not tell us the truth. We don't want to write that.
It took us several hours to finally get the truth.
Cool.
We don't want to write that. We want to write that you have remorse, that this was an accident, you were trying to defend yourself. Whatever happened in our report is what we want to write.
Well, I did. I reached up under the bed.
Yeah, that's the problem. This is why I, to be on the serious side, going back to the serious side, y'all had me dying, laughing in the chat. Y'all had me dying, laughing in the chat. But on the serious side, this is why she should have had remained quiet and just got a lawyer, right? I'm sure that it had DNA and everything like that. However, right, she could have stayed quiet, spoke to her lawyer, and have I guess a good narrative as into why they found teeth marks, you know, or she was able to be identified that she was the last person with him with teeth marks on her. She could have been like, yeah, you know, we got in an argument a couple of weeks back, and that motherfucker pushed me and I bit his ass, yo. So if y'all got teeth marks on him, I bit his motherfucking hand. He ain't gonna never hit me again or something like that, right? She could have, you know, cooked up something. But the fact is that she allowed them to play on her emotions. They used the ego tactic on her, especially the woman, the female detective did. And she thought by opening up was going to benefit her and help her. And now she has put herself in a predicament where they're not even going to accept your story of you had an altercation, he hit his head on the floor and you just left the house. They're not going to accept that. Now is okay, what did you do? You didn't leave right away. People can confirm that you didn't leave right away, right? You didn't render any aid. You didn't try to help him or anything of that sort. And even now, through this whole interrogation, you show no remorse for this man at all. You try to say that you love him and all the stuff like that, but no, you haven't really shown any remorse. When they even told you that the man died, you said, yes, he died. You sat back in your chair. You was like, yes, he's dead. And then you openly admitted that I didn't kill nobody. They never even at that time said that you killed anyone. But you said I didn't kill anybody. So you told on yourself then. So it's sad. It's really unfortunate. But then again, I wasn't gonna expect anything else from her because I do believe that she's still, even now, under the influence of any form of narcotics that she's using. And man, listen, it's sad. It's really sad. Red Chevy said from the jump. Roderick said the witness said they heard the victim saying the raggedy mouth. Yeah, you're right. They did say that they heard that. They did. They did say that. Oh my God. King Kamikaze says she cooked like the crack she had lit up. Child, yes, she is. If she was hush-hush, at least she would have gotten less time. I agree. Most likely she's gonna get a second degree. But then again, the whole brick, pillowcase, and oops upside your head screams premeditated to the point where the prosecutor can narrate it to the judge that she all out and intentionally wanted to harm him due to past incident. And like I said, the intent, when she kept on talking about him putting her in jail for no reason, that was a very strong intent on her part as into why this was personal and why she wanted to harm him or take his life. They can literally wash out the fact that she said it was in self-defense. They might not even believe that. They might not even believe that. So this is why it would have been better if she just stayed quiet and got a lawyer. What was the victim name? Her name is Margie. Margie. Old school name, Margie. All jokes aside, we need a lawyer in the chat, and she needs a lawyer in that room. I agree. I agree. I didn't hear. I ain't say shit, right? She know what happened. Yo, yeah, she do. She do. She do. She do. She do. Definitely. Hey, oh, hi, bro. How are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. There go my bro, No Captivity with Freezy. Shout out to you. I hope everything's well with you, sir. I think I seen your post and you said that you weren't well and you wasn't feeling well. I hope you're getting better. I hope you're drinking a lot of tea. Make your own ginger tea. Put some garlic in there, some lemon, turmeric, and all that. Whatever you got, that will knock that bad boy out. All right. It's good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Mods, if you could, can you put down Freezy's chat channel link in the chat for anybody who's interested in going over to Freezy, No Captivity. He has great commentary. He talks about plethora of different type of topics. If you like relationship topics, if you like hot topics, new topics, you name it, Freezy got it over there. Is a great place to be. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, put his link out for me. I appreciate it. Mr. Boss said, all jokes aside, he wasn't lying about her being you hot mess, Mr. Boss. You're a hot mess. Yes, please take care of yourself, bro. Please take care of yourself. Truly appreciate it, Brucey. Thank you so much. That's the link, folks. Go check out my bro Freezy's channel. Salute to him. Hard-working man there. Hard-working man. All right, let's finish this out.
Because the bed had bricks up under it. Because he was on top of it, jumping down. He took under and cut it.
Got what specifically?
The brick. I mean, because I could feel it, I just hit him like that, and he stood up and he fell over, but and then I left. I didn't stay. I didn't know. I didn't think he was dead because he was moving. I just left while I could and went out the door. I was kind of. I didn't know I had hit him that hard. But I knew he kind of,
I'm trying to figure out. You said that you was on the floor when you grabbed it.
Between the bed, yes.
You was laying down on the floor.
Yeah, I was on the floor.
And where was he at?
On top of me.
He was on top of you. Okay. And then you just reaching for whatever you could grab, or you
already reaching because I knew that I could get a shoe, or I was reaching for that bottle of I was reaching for the bottle that I had over there with.
And shout out to my bro Freezy with the $20 super chat. Truly appreciate it. He said, love you, sis. I love you back. Hope everything is well with you. Thank you so much for the financial support. I truly appreciate it, bro. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely share. Thank you. I appreciate it, bro. Truly appreciate it. Mr. Boss says she's murmuring again. She's really old school. Yeah, I definitely could tell that. Yeah. Not trying to be a fanboy, but I enjoy your work. Yes, we all enjoy his work. Freezy worked very hard and he does a very good job. And his content is well put together. Absolutely well put together. Yes, thank you. Thank y'all so much. And thank you, Brucey, once again for dropping his link. I appreciate you.
Drink mixed together with it,
Okay.
but it rolled on the bottom there. But I just reached, I knew it was a brick up on there because that's what the bed was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's bricks up on there for the bed. You don't have bricks like that.
Okay.
And I just reached and got it and just, you know.
Hit him on top of the head with it.
And, yeah, you know, I said, you better get off me. And, you know, he kind of got, you know, like this trip when he fell on back, but I just got up and left, you know. I left because I didn't want to stay there. I really didn't know that he was bleeding. I didn't take time to look at that.
You did know he was bleeding?
No, I didn't, you know, I just left out.
What'd you do with the brick? Because
Yeah.
it was in a pillowcase. So how did it get in a pillowcase?
Right.
Margie claims that while she was being attacked, she used a brick in self-defense and then
Wait, yo! Oh my God! Wait, I'm sorry, guys. She did the infamous crackhead. She's like, you know, and that's another sign too. You can tell somebody is doing something where they're sniffing something. They always kind of have this reaction to touch and rub their nose. It's like, I don't know. They always do that. So she went, and when she asked her that question, I'm gonna stay quiet. Where did you get the brick from? I don't know. Girl, you didn't have no brick under your bed. And if you did have the brick, and just think about it, right? If you had the brick already under your bed, then it's still premeditated. Right? There's no way you getting out of that. It's still premeditated because the brick should have been outside. And it shouldn't have been in your house unless you can explain, like, oh, I had the brick because I had like a little makeshed, little plant base, and it was like brick around it, and it's inside the house for my in-house plants. You know what I'm saying? Because she old school, so you know, old school be having the in-house plants, right? They got the green thumb, so they be having the in-house plant. So she could have been like, yeah, you know, I had like a little makeshift brick type of thing for my in-house plants, and I just grabbed one of those motherfuckers, and you know, I would have said that. But you know, she's not gonna think about it that way. She's not gonna think about it that way. Brucey said that. Shut up. Yep. No swipe, right? Not King talk about clip that one too. Yo, oh gosh. At No Cap got a cool setup. I enjoy his content. Yes, he's great, Roger. He's great. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. He said, nah, it was in her pocket. You think she grabbed it from outside before coming into her house? If that's the case, it will still be premeditated, right? Because if you grab a weapon before you go into that person's house, that means you know that something's about to pop off and you want to be prepared. It will still be considered premeditated. Roderick said, who keeps a brick in their house though? Like I said, normally most people don't keep bricks in their house unless they're using it for something, you know, if they can say that they're using it for something. But most people don't keep bricks in their house. Like I have a whole wall where for my chimney, and it has the original brick for the house because my house was built in the 1900s, early 1900s. So like you see it, it's an open, like you can see the brick. But like that would be like me like taking one of the bricks and be like, oh yeah, I don't think so. Brucey said maybe around the fireplace, but wouldn't be in a pillowcase. Agree. Guys, from Mr. Bot. She obviously had a brick and the wind. It flew inside the pillow. Right, exactly. Because the wind, I mean, listen, the wind was strong today. So I'm not going to put it past it. The wind was almost about to blow my things away. So I don't know. That could have been the truth. Brick in a pillowcase from the bedroom under the bed frame is where it could have came from. Just saying. Moa said crackheads always got a lot of kinds of bricks. Oh my God. Bricks, all kind of bricks. Yeah, there's all different type of bricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have that brick or you can have that brick. You choose. You choose. All right, let's finish up.
Ran out of the apartment. The problem is that the police found evidence that someone had attempted to clean up the crime scene and hide the brick under the bed. Every time they confront Margie with an inconsistency, she reveals a little bit more of the truth.
Blood on the shirt was not here.
Yeah, there was like a blood on like someone, I don't know, like, because that's your side of the story. What were you trying to like help him to stop bleeding?
Pressure on the wound, or trying to put pressure to keep it from bleeding or something.
Or what happened with that?
Only, the only thing that should have blood was a pill slip,
No, there was a lot of stuff in there with blood.
I mean,
Stuff in the closet.
A head wound bleeds like crazy immediately. So there's no way you didn't see any blood, which is fine if you saw blood, because you saw blood. But what did you do to try to help him after the fact?
Not you going out then watching Crackheads Interrogation.
Okay. And
I mean, and I just seen it, I was just wiping it up. I didn't touch it, but it happened. And I wasn't there no more than 20 minutes. I didn't really think he was dead, but it was just blood. I was just wiping it up, because he didn't move. But I really didn't know he was dead. I just thought he was drunk and out. I didn't kill him. I wasn't trying to kill him.
But see, that's the problem right there. You just now admitted that you had every opportunity to try to render aid to this man and help him, and you didn't. You tried to clean up the blood. You lied to them earlier saying that once he hit the floor and said, "You son of a bitch," you just dipped out the house, but you didn't. He hit the floor, "You son of a bitch," and he wasn't moving. He wasn't, he wasn't acting of conscience or anything of that. And you decided to clean up around him and clean the blood around him or anything that will make it seem like he got assaulted, right? And somebody hit him, right? And then you left. So again, you didn't render aid. You didn't try to check and see if he was responsive. You didn't do anything to help this man, but you said that you didn't try to kill him. You in fact really did try to kill him. And or matter of fact, if you didn't try to kill him, you hit him in his head and then you see he wasn't responding and you was like, "I'm glad that motherfucker dead." That's what you did. And that's what is going to show. That is what is going to show. You did not help this man. You cleaned the floor before you helped this man. You could have helped him. You could have called 911 and could have told, "Hey, operator, I got in it with my old man and I whooped upside that motherfucking head and he's bleeding now. I'm trying to control it. Can y'all get the ambulance over here? I'm sick of his shit, but get him over here right now." Even in that, you might have gotten time, but you wouldn't have had a murder, right? You probably would have had maybe a couple months. You probably had like, a battery charge or something like that, right? But now it's completely different because you also left the scene of the crime. It's completely different now. Completely different. Let's see. Roger Smith said, "I had a crackhead interview." Freezy said, "Wow, yeah, man, you should have been here earlier, bro." The chat had me dying. The chat had me dying earlier, Freezy. We was over here crying because she said, I have to replay this, because she said that when he hit the floor, he was like, "You son of a bitch." You raggedy ass bitch hit the floor. It was bad. It was so funny, Freezy. You had to be here. You had to be here. It was so bad. King Kamikaze said his last words was, "You bald-headed snagger to some of my." Oh God. Okay. Okay. I'm good. Okay, I'm on probation. My bad. The detectives are really cracking down on her. They are. It was really bad, freezing. They had me crying in the chat. They had me crying. Okay, we gotta finish this off. I'm not laughing with you guys anymore. Y'all too bad. Y'all too bad.
I just wanted him to get off of me.
Did you not?
I was tired of him, you know. He was always very abusive, you know, with his words and stuff. But then he could get ignorant around, you know, people, you know, and I have to just cuss him out and just leave because I don't tell him what he'll do. Mm-hmm. You know, he talked. I have to get away from him because he talks so bad, and he's ignorant and he's very disrespectful to me.
Mm-hmm. So whenever you were trying to stop the bleeding, when did you figure out that the bleeding wasn't going to stop?
I didn't figure out that it was stop. I didn't wait to see.
You didn't wait to see? Didn't call 911? Didn't alert anybody? Why didn't you do that?
I figured maybe that he would get up, and I didn't really was hoping that that's what it was.
Right, I understand. But I feel like if you thought he was going to get up, then you wouldn't have put that nice little thing behind his neck to make him comfortable.
I mean, I was trying to do what I could.
Mm-hmm. It never dawned on you to call 911 though? With him bleeding?
Well, it was. He didn't bleed much. He didn't bleed that much. The shirt, and then I put and I left. I was only there, you know, after that happened, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and I left.
Right, I understand that. But typically, when somebody's bleeding and they're not talking to you and they're not moving, then.
But he was. I mean, he was. You know,
at first you said he was at first, but then he stopped.
They've been making me laugh too much.
He hadn't stopped when I just didn't. I don't think he had stopped when I left, really. And that's, you know, I didn't know he was dead. I didn't think he was dead.
So, well,
I thought maybe he was gonna get on up, you know, in a minute or what. I wasn't trying. I didn't wait around to see, but I felt like that I had, you know, knocked him down pretty hard. And when he was trying to get, you know, trying to get him out. I mean, just.
As of the making of this video, Margie is currently sitting in jail awaiting trial. If convicted, she faces up to life in prison for her charges. What are your thoughts on this case? Did she act in self-defense? Please share them in the comments below.
Margie, you have outdone yourself, ma'am. You have outdone yourself. You would have had a better case and a better chance if you would have kept your mouth closed. But unfortunately, you couldn't do that. You told a lot of information, and like I said, it's gonna hold hard on the fact that she cleaned up her quote unquote the scene of the crime, but you didn't render any aid. But you said that this was an accident. You didn't mean to kill him. You were just trying to get him off you during a DV type of altercation. But clearly, you know, the fact that you had a brick under your bed and then you put the brick inside a pillowcase and started to go swing at him in the back of his head, not the front of his head, the back of his head, you caught him off guard. It does seem premeditated. This is why they're going to get her for first-degree murder. But it's unfortunate. I'm sad that the man lost his life. But I will tell you this. Y'all in the chat, y'all got to cut it out. I am putting all my corner boys in the corner. Y'all had me screaming and dying, laughing, and this was not a funny situation. You got me out of my shell, okay? But it was kind of funny when she told the story, Because I mean, I was imagining it. I was picturing it in my head, and I could not stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. You raggedy ass bitch. Boop. That was just hilarious. That was just hilarious to me. But thank y'all for making me laugh. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for making me laugh. I truly, truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. Mr. Bot said, worst case scenario at court, she will say that I thought the Brit was kind. That's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not a sock party. Oh my God. We are having a good time with MJ today. Oh, I appreciate it, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Roderick. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The corner boys are all going in the corner today. Starting with Brucey. You started it, Brucey. You always started it, Brucey. Go to corner. Go to corner, Brucey. You always doing it. You're always doing it. Oh, thank you, Red Shavy. I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking out with me as long as you possibly was. I truly appreciate you. Have a great night, all right? And enjoy the rest of your weekend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Roderick. King Kamikaze said, I stand 10 toes down on the corner. You do. You do. You definitely do. All right. So, guys, that was a funny but interesting one as well. Like I said, we've seen a lot of things happen. Make sure we're hitting the like button. I truly appreciate it. It helps the channel. Or also share this out to anyone who's interested in it. And if you have any cases that you would like me to review at the end of the live stream, go ahead and put it down in the comment section, and I will put it in my trusty notebook, and we will go over it on this channel. We will go over it on this channel. So I was going to do another one, but it's starting to get kind of late. It's 7 o'clock, and I have to eat because I don't eat after 7 o'clock. I'm on a very tight schedule with my trainer and stuff like that. So I got to stay focused. So I'm going to end it for tonight. I will be back Saturday. I will be back Saturday. So I'll let y'all know. I'll send out the notifications for that because I'm going to be heading back to work now since I enjoyed my little getaway, my little staycation for myself. And I truly appreciate all y'all that we like, even though like it was a sad note, because someone lost their life, we still had a couple of laughs, you know, in this situation. I really do appreciate it because sometimes going over these cases, they really do affect your energy. And I want people to have more positive energy out here. We have enough negative energy around here. So we need more positive energy. So we're going to end it on that. Let's see. Roger said, oh, I just subscribed and I already placed in the corner. Can I? You're right. You're right. It's all right. If it makes you smile, I'll do 1,000 more times. Thank you, Brucey. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, so Mr. Bot, I will be going live Saturday. I'll be back Saturday, so just look out for that notification. I'll put it out maybe an hour before, so I give people time to, you know, to get in there or, you know, get things done. Because remember, we're grown folks over here, right? We got things to do. We can't be playing around online all day, right? But when we do, we're going to get into it, right? We're going to definitely get into it. We're going to definitely get into it. So again, I appreciate all of you. Thank y'all so much. Truly appreciate it. I will see you guys Saturday. Talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.